All right, guys, what is up? We are back today with the Borthers podcast. This is actually episode number 40. Number 40, guys. We are almost a full year into the show, and that's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy to think about, honestly. I don't think I've ever committed to some sort of a show like this for this long. It's a lot of fun, a lot of work. We're going to be putting in some more work here in the next coming weeks, and starting to get you guys the show out, on audio only podcast type of apps and stuff. I'm going to start re-uploading the show to YouTube for you guys as well, so you can catch up on some episodes that you'd like to see our reactions to and stuff like that. So it's easier for y'all to find out. But Ryan, a big week in games today, and it's not over. It's not over, brother.
I mean, we kind of got the smaller things out of the way from what I'm seeing right now. This is kind of just like, the things you could expect kind of thing,
Right.
Nothing too crazy besides, I would say, Cyberpunk was the biggest, and Halo. Those are the two big ones. But other than that, it's kind of like, there's some cool new titles here and there. Nothing that really too much stands out to me, but yeah, it's gonna be crazy. September, dude. All I'm saying, man, is it's going to be the craziest month of the year. Craziest month.
For games, dude. It's even November too, dude. There's going to be a bunch of games coming out then too. It's going to be crazy. Right. I'm super pumped. Oh, man. Halo, dude. I've been trying to get in ever since it got announced, because they're like, it's available now on whatever to play an open beta. So I got to find out some more details on that.
Yeah. I don't know what they were saying exactly. I don't know. It's kind of confusing. From what I saw when I looked on when you were looking at like installing the Master Chief Collection or whatever, when I went to click it, it showed my Xbox as an option. For you, it wasn't showing anything.
Yeah, I don't know. It said I had to like sign into some stuff. I'll figure it out, but
yeah,
I do want to try it out, whether or not you get the beta on Xbox or you get the beta on PC, dude. I'm excited, man. I've been waiting for a new Halo since, has it been what, 3 years? Halo 5's been 3 years now.
Yeah, and I mean, I know personally I barely played 4 and 5, so I'm just hoping for the best at this point, something decent,
Yeah. I
back to the roots.
Yeah, I was gonna say back to the roots. I didn't mind Halo 5. It wasn't that insane. It wasn't that bad. Just kind of there, but I'm excited nonetheless. It's been 3 years without a title for that game, and I think 3 years without a Gears game, dude. How about that?
Yeah,
I know you were excited when that was coming out.
I really am. I mean, I've been playing Gears of War 4 a lot the past couple months, and I love the multiplayer. It feels good. Something about, I mean, people love Fortnite because of the third-person aspect, and I think it's super unique. It's a unique feeling when you get that shotgun one tap on someone in Gears of War or something like that.
Yeah.
And obviously the community's popping still. I mean, the pro games are still going on day in and day out.
Well, those tournaments are popping, man. A lot of people are checking those out.
It's pretty crazy. So I guess what we can do is we can kind of start from like the first titles that were shown that I guess people will be more interested in, not the indie ones, not like this Jumanji game or anything like that. There's that Darksiders Genesis game. I think that's going to be interesting. I don't know about good.
Darksiders is like hack and slashy, right? From what I remember.
Right. Exactly. So it's going to be, I don't know. Hard to say because it makes sense because like if you've ever played Darksiders 2 or 3, you kill enemies, you get loot, you get new gear for your character. It's kind of like a looter shooter in a sense, where you're upgrading a character over time, there's progression, whatever. But to do a Diablo spin on it, I mean, we'll see. I personally don't think I would buy the game for more than $30 from the looks of it.
Okay.
It looks like an indie game. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I haven't seen much. I'm gonna pull the trailer up here, just kind of like show people. But from what Ryan was explaining to me, is that it's more over the head, more Diablo style, where you're getting loot and stuff like that. So I don't know how good it will be, but I mean, I guess we'll do my live reaction here.
Yeah.
Because, holy shit,
Yes.
some big boy boss.
Yeah, so basically the character that's walking in, that's the fourth horseman that hasn't been played as yet. So when
Okay.
I saw it at first, when I saw it, I was like, holy shit, they're doing a Darksiders 4 already. But it looks like you
Gotcha.
play as the four horsemen.
Oh, baby, dude. You know I'm gonna play this.
Yeah, it looks like a demon hunter and like all that from Diablo. But it looks more, you know, fleshed out.
Right.
Now
Oh, heck yeah.
it's showing 2 characters and maybe like 3 there. So I don't know. There's got to be more details on it before we really know what it is. Because who
Right.
knows? It could just be like an adventure game that has a story and there
Who
is
knows?
no gear upgrades or anything like that.
But that would be cool. You know, a whole.
Yeah.
I'm down to play any dungeon grinder, so
Right.
I'm down for that.
So another game that I originally was very excited for because it looked cool at first was the Outer Worlds, but after seeing the gameplay, ugh, I just gotta say that game just doesn't look good. It looks like a dumbed down Fallout mixed with
Really?
Borderlands. Yeah, so it was Borderlands and Fallout mixed together, and it was rough, man. It looks like an indie game, and I hope they don't put a price tag of $60 on that thing because it was.
That's what you hope, at least. I mean,
Yeah.
There's a lot of good games out there too that deserve a $60 price tag and aren't. You know,
Right.
that's besides the point. Just kind of like where the right type of marketing is for a game like this. But this is total Fallout vibes, bro. 100%.
Yeah.
I mean,
But you'll see the gameplay, and that's just watch how the graphics look, watch how the animations for fighting looks, and then you'll really understand what
like clunkiness or
it looks like it's an early alpha. Like,
really.
watch how characters move, watch how they fight. You'll really understand what
Okay.
I'm saying. It's kind of like, I don't know. You look at Fallout or Borderlands, and you look at that
Super
just,
smooth gameplay, you know,
Yeah.
good mechanics when it comes to fighting.
right.
Gotcha.
So yeah, overall, the game itself, I mean, when I saw it, I was like, oh cool, it's gonna be another like Fallout like game, and it's made by a new company. But it's kind of like, I don't know. It's made by the same people who made Borderlands, I believe, too.
Really?
Yep.
And I know a lot of these trailers too, for some odd reason, I don't know who puts these projects together for like trailers and whatnot. It seems like they always use console gameplay. Throw it on the
Yes.
PC, man. It looks way better. I don't know. Even what was the game? Even Apex. There was an Apex Legends reveal thing. Well, I was watching the EA stuff yesterday, and you could tell it was on console. I'm like, your game's mainly played on PC. Why wouldn't you just do it on PC? You know what I mean? It makes the most sense. Frames per second, the stuff or the graphics and stuff. I don't know.
Yep. Now, one other title that I want to talk about a little bit for just a couple minutes, Baldur's Gate. So I don't know if you've ever heard of Baldur's Gate, but
No.
essentially from the after show and when I was listening to it and from what I saw, it looks like it's some sort of it has to do with Dungeons and Dragons. So
Really?
it's kind of like a tabletop game apparently, but they're the same people who made Divinity Original Sin.
Oh, that turn-based game.
Yes.
Okay.
So they're the same creators of that. So I personally I heard about Baldur's Gate a lot, and people compared it to Elder Scrolls for some reason. I'm not sure if that's entirely accurate, but yeah, so I mean that trailer looked creepy as hell.
It was brutal when I first watched it. I mean, you heard my reaction. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah,
like he's turning into some alien thing or whatever.
Yeah, so actually, what that is, that's called a shit. Let me get the name for it.
Because you know more about it than me. This is my first time really seeing. I've never heard of these games or this particular series before. But a game like this would seem really lore heavy, correct? In terms of just like
yes, yeah, that's what it looks like. I forget what the heck the name is. I can't think of it.
This Cthulhu looking dude.
Yes, yeah. So it's kind of like that. It looks like he turns into some sort of there's this
Kraken dude.
guy um I forget his name. He's from like the 1920s. He came up with the idea of Cthulhu. H.P. Lovecraft. That's who
Mm,
it is. Um, and I guess maybe that's something deep within the lore of Baldur's Gate. I would have to check into it, but
gotcha.
yeah. So that looked pretty cool. Now another title which we heard about not too long ago was the new Ghost Recon
Yeah,
Breakpoint.
that was a couple weeks ago actually.
Yeah, so they had a new trailer with a little bit of gameplay, not too much. And the guy who played as the Punisher is the main villain, and he leads this new elite, basically elite bad guys who are like trying to hunt down all the ghosts. And I went onto the website to sign up for the beta, and I looked in the more info tab. Now, this this got me a little excited here because I read at the bottom and I'll read it right now. So, day one is only the beginning for Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Every 4 months, new seasonal post launch content will be added to the game, including new story content, special events, weapon gear, equipment, challenging game modes,
Huh.
missions, and for the first time ever in the Ghost Recon franchise, raids.
Raids?
Yeah.
Oh yes,
So
Daddy, bring it on.
So the first thing this makes me think of is obviously the Division.
I
It's
was about
made
to
by the
say that's
same
like a
company.
division type of game, just making another division type of title then.
Yeah. So I played Ghost Recon Wildlands and I was incredibly disappointed as most people were. The game was just PvE and it was just kind of like this it was like Far Cry but not as satisfying combat wise. It was like an empty Far
It
Cry.
had such a rich world with nothing in it. That was my
Yeah,
experience of it. And then once you
right.
kill like the whatever, there's like these hitmen that you had to kill or whatever, and these drug
Yeah.
lords and shiz, and then that was the game. That was the end game.
Right.
It was like, well, cool, I guess. What else do I do then? You know?
Yeah. So now with this game, when I was reading more of the info they have on their website, this game seems like they're putting a more survival spin on it. So
Right.
for example, there's this thing called the injury system. So when you get injured in the game,
Oh,
your character is permanently hindered in some way until you get to like a safe zone of some sort and heal up, whatever. Um, and then there's terrain, so like a super freezing mountain or something, your guy could freeze to death or like run out of stamina. Um, and then there's a buddy carry system, which is that sounds pretty
mm.
cool too. Where if one
So
of
if
your
you get
teammates get
hurt,
downed,
that's
your
cool.
teammate can pick you up and carry you until you get to a safe area. So it kind of from the sound of it, with this new bad guy crew of the AI, which is like this they're called the wolves.
Right.
And I guess what happens, my guess in the game is say you're in Ghost Recon Wildlands, you're just killing all of the guys, whatever. Um, in this game, these guys are like the high tier enemies who are gonna hunt you down and chase you and try and like kill you for like an hour even in game
Holy smokes.
time. But that's what it looks like to me at least. Because they're saying like the advanced enemy AI is these wolves guys, even though they're not the main bad guys. So it's kind of like a cat and mouse game almost where
It,
you have to hide in the mud, you have
mm.
to cover your character up, and you get into sniping positions, whatever. So it looks like they took Wildlands in the Division and mixed both, and I'm interested to see how it's going to work out.
Wonder
So
how
I
good the
signed up for the
survival is
beta.
gonna be for that, because
Right,
that's, I mean, if they do it right, that's pretty. It's pretty like hardcore, you know, and just, you know, blending in with your environment and really working with your teammates and stuff like that. I mean, it's cool,
right.
you know.
Yeah, and I think the survival system can be very, very interesting in an RPG like game. I really do.
I agree.
So yeah, we'll have to see. I guess so
I'll have
there's
to
the
sign up
beta.
for that.
Sign up for the beta. I'm gonna check it out a lot because I'm really into like the whole third person like division like games, even though Division 2 was kind of a letdown to me.
Yeah.
I still want to check this game out. I don't know if I'm going to buy it right away because Wildlands was very disappointing. The beta felt good. I
See,
played the
I
beta.
played 15 plus hours of the beta. I didn't
Right.
get the game. I felt
Yeah,
I
see,
felt I got my experience in the beta, and that was all I
Right.
needed.
And that's the thing is I made the mistake. I was like, oh my God, I love the Division 1. Same company.
Mm-hmm.
This game looks like the Division, but
And it was
it's
just
kind of
empty. It felt like there was such a rich environment to do a lot of things in without anything to do in it, you know?
right, exactly. So we'll have to see. It's going to be really cool to, check that game out. I'm kind of really excited for that, but let's see.
Any other heavy hitters, really? I mean, we hinted Gears, obviously. I mean, Borderlands 3 is obviously going to be one of the biggest games of the year, if not game of the year. Was there anything else really shown that we haven't seen yet?
Destroy All Humans. I wanted to quickly touch on that because
That's right.
David him and I played the shit out of that game when we were kids.
I remember it being on the
we were
shelves
more
at the
like
stores.
yeah. And I think it probably did well. I actually don't know how well the sales were for that game, but it was like the in between of like Jack and Dexter. It felt like that, where it's kind of like go free, go do whatever you want in the game and have fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it felt like to me.
Right.
And if they have one with updated graphics, they have all the ideas that they could do with it. I think now you can quote me on this. I think on Twitch when Destroy All Humans comes out, there's going to be a lot of people like Lyric, and maybe even Soda Popping they're gonna play that game just because it's like this funny, ridiculous game.
Right.
Have you ever played it before?
I feel like I played maybe like at the stores when they had them on demo. That's all I really remember. I do recognize the game though for sure. But yeah. I mean, I'd check a game. I mean, I check out anything that these days. So
right. So there's obviously the new Star Wars Fallen Order. Apex Legends has a new season pass with a new character. Which did you see the ultimate ability the new character has?
For what's her name?
Apex?
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
It looks legit. I mean, it's gonna be obviously people that play a little bit more passive. I think it's gonna benefit them, but that also kind of slows the game down. And I think they did a really good job of making this new character, in particular, of trying to counter the third partying in battle royale games. Because if you set up your defenses the right way and play around your teammates the right way, the way that she kind of has her ultimates going, you can set up like a whole barrier system and traps and just kind of work your way around the map if you know the map very well. So it'll be interesting. Right. I was watching Shroud's reaction to it because obviously he has insider info. He helped craft some of these characters, I'm sure, and had a lot of input. And he said that she's not OP. That's what Shroud said, that she's not OP.
Yeah.
Or she's fairly balanced. She's not as OP as she looks. Right. So that's interesting coming from his side.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting because I personally I'm not a big battle royale person. But if there was one battle royale game I would play, it would be Apex.
It's got that. They make it so. I mean, they even said this at the EA conference that they push it to be a competitive type of style. That's what they want to do. That's why they haven't come out with solos, which is I think a pretty good choice on their part, because I think solos would be kind of silly in Apex Legends, depending on, it would really just depend on what character can survive the longest. That would be the only only character people play. I could see duos being fun because that way you're kind of countering other people. You have a chance to survive differently and counter people differently. 1v1s would be kind of silly in Apex in my opinion, but they kill it. I think they really kill it in the threes, which they do a really good job of just keeping it competitive, thinking of different ways to counter different legends in the game. And they're really, really pushing this competitive feel to the game, which, ended up rolling them to what the fans have been asking for months. And I gotta give Respawn credit for this. Apex has been out for almost 5 months which you got to put this into realism here, because I'm trying to think of how long it took Fortnite to really come out of season 1, because season 1 Fortnite was pretty just bland, if I do recall.
Yeah.
So I got to give Apex credit. They're coming out with a ranked mode 5 months into their release game. That's incredible if you think about it.
We called it. We said
did.
the game is going to drop off if they do not get a ranked mode in, and it has dropped off. I'm not going to say it's dead.
Definitely a very popular game still.
Compared to where it was at the peak for about maybe a month and a half, 2 months, and where it is now, it's a lot different. And we said if they add a ranked mode, that automatically gets a whole new crowd.
It gets me.
In.
That's all. I mean, I play Battalion. I stream only Battalion 1944 right now. I'm addicted to it because there's a ranking system. And I got to rank 1 in like my ladder, you know. And now I'm like, what do I do? So I look at the US rankings. And I'm like, oh great. So I got another thing to climb. And so just getting better and learning different ways to play. This goes for all games, not just FPS. Competitive FPSs, but all games, all battle royale games need a ranked mode. All FPS games need some sort of ranked mode. Any competitive game in terms of just skill level, I think need a rank mode, and they did a great job. I have to give Respawn credit coming out with a ranked mode after the fans have been asking for it. The second the game comes out in 5 months or less, that's pretty incredible, I think.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
And the Apex Elites. You see the Elite game mode?
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
So explain what that is exactly.
So Apex Elite is a separate lobby that only people that have placed top 5 in get into. So you have to place top 5 in a normal Apex Legends lobby. And then once you place top 5, you get an Apex Elite coin. And with that coin, it gets you into the Apex Elite event, which you play against all people that qualified in top 5 in their games. So it's like an elite queue of people.
It's like the GM.
Yep. So you can just basically play against really good players in a higher skilled lobby. And it shows like your streaks and stuff like that in the corner. So how many times you've placed top 5 in a row in Apex Elite, it'll show it on the top. So it's like kind of a bragging right thing, and just to play against better people, which is really cool.
Yeah, and we all know where this is going to go. I think we all know where it's going to go from here. It's going to go to the money side of it.
Yep.
People are going to be playing for money.
Yep.
People are going to be
tournaments,
playing
Twitch,
like
Twitch rivals, dude.
Thing.
All that stuff.
Maybe not size of Fortnite right away, but I think this will catch wind. This will just get bigger and bigger from here on out.
It almost has that Overwatch feel to it too, where you have to counter picks and figure out different builds and different team compositions and stuff like that. Especially if there's a ranked mode, dude. People are gonna find out different ways to try and cheese the game as much as possible. You know how like Fortnite had the silly hamster balls for a while. People would build a 1x1 or whatever and just sit in a box with a hamster ball. There's gonna be certain cheesy compositions for Apex that's gonna push a lot of competitive play, but at the end of the day, I think it's gonna make the game better because there's gonna be way more people wanting to compete since there's money on the line, which it's gonna entitle the game to be better, hopefully. And we're getting there. The ball's rolling with Apex, which is awesome because it's probably my favorite battle royale game right now. I do like my Realm Royale, but in terms of like really popular games, I love Apex, man. I think they do a great job with, for the time being, they've done a great job with balancing. I think there's a few things that need to be fixed out. They really need to address their hitbox issue. I'm sure they're working on it. I'm sure that's going to come out within their next patch. Really need to fix that hitbox issue. Certain guns having different balancing things along those lines. Fix the Mozambique, please. Stuff like that. They made a joke about that in the EA conference. Yeah. But, I think they got the ball rolling, and I think that's the best thing that they could have done. So
now let's talk the cosmetics game.
Dude.
Because I was looking at those gun skins, and I was like, dude, those are literally... They took armor and weapons and WoW and put it into Apex Legends.
So let me put this out there before people start going cosmetics. Cosmetics. You don't have to spend any money on 95% of these skins. I think there's a few exclusive ones where if you get a certain rank in the battle pass, then you can get like a skin like that. But I got a skin for the R301. It's like that super like skull looking one. It's wrapped and it's got all the cool little colors underneath it.
Yeah.
I got that one for hitting level 15 in the season 1 battle pass, which is awesome. It's great. It gives people an incentive to play more of the game, level up your battle pass, etc., etc. But I called this one, Ryan. It's like they listen to the Borthers podcast. I swear to God, straight up. Like they added challenges. So win 3 or 4 games in Apex Elite, and you get this skin, this cool whatever. Get this many kills in this game. Stuff like that. It's
right.
Beautiful, perfect, simple, easy, and people are gonna want to grind for those exclusive skins. Let's just say you can only get those or a certain amount that week. And I heard, which is great as well, they're kind of doing the Fortnite approach with challenges, which is beautiful. It stacks over time. So if you want to, spend a weekend grinding out certain challenges, you can go back and see which ones you missed and try to finish those out for the season. Would be my guess, which is great. It's that they're really listening to the community. I know a lot of people, you haven't added a game mode, you haven't done this and that and this. From what I watched in that EA conference, they're listening. They're trying their best to get content and stuff out as quickly as possible, which is good.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I'm super excited. I'm super excited, and it's gonna be. It can't go down from here. Realistically, I think that they're nailing the cosmetic game. I think that the content is just gonna keep the ball rolling, and I'm excited to play it. I really am. Bottom line, it's pretty much all I got for that.
And that might make me want to hop back in there. I mean, I'm the same when it comes to most games. I like the competitive aspect so much that I want it to be able to show off to people that, hey, look at my score here. Look at my
should play rank. Battalion, dude. It's an addiction.
I've been watching you guys play it,
dude. I have 60 hours in the game since it released, like re-released, the full release.
Yeah, you guys have been grinding.
I'm addicted to it, bro. But yeah, it has been something though. Pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks solid, man.
Yeah.
It looks like it's only like you said. I mean, most of those games, they're just gonna get better and better over time.
And I played that game in like closed alpha or closed beta, one of the two, and I liked the game from the get-go, and they completely changed the economy system in the game. They completely changed a lot of like the way the guns look, the way you lean a little bit, stuff like that, just quality of life stuff. And then they released it, boom, popped off. I think Twitch helped a ton with that. I think Shroud playing and working with those devs helped out a ton, which is awesome because he didn't get paid a single dime to play that game. So that's how you know it's a good shooter, when he's mainly streaming that game and he's got like his own skin and stuff in the game and all that. It's crazy. There's a Shroud skin that's got a Shroud autograph in the game. It's like a $1,500 skin in Battalion. So that's just saying something there. But what's crazy is that when me and T-Drock, one of my buddies that plays a lot of competitive shooters with me, me and him played the shiz out of that game when it, was in whatever closed open beta back then. And they just completely did a great job. I mean, there was only maybe 1,500, 1,000 people playing it at that time. I looked on my Steam charts numbers, this is a couple days ago, almost hit 8,000 people, dude.
Wow.
8,000 people. Like, I think the integrated Facet's doing a great job of getting people to, try out the system, play with other players that are really good, maybe meet some people online, whatever. But that's fantastic in general that Facet partnered with that game. It's good to see really good first-person shooters coming out, is what I'm saying. It's fun because I'm such a fan of FPS games in general. I like to see them, that whole genre flourish, obviously, and it's great to see a good game out. That's really what I like.
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to talk about a couple other games, the only other things that I really want to touch, there's this game that came out a couple months ago, and it actually took Twitch by storm for about a week. They are billions. I've played about 30 hours of it. It's like a
It's like a tower defense RTS, right?
yeah, exactly. So that is coming out for PS4, Xbox One, and obviously it's out on PC. But there's something going on with it in July. They didn't say anything in the trailer, but I mean that I know Admiral Baru, he's going to be playing that for
His
sure.
channel kind of blew up from that for a little
Right.
while, which is crazy because you don't see those types of games do super well on Twitch in this current stage of Twitch, I'd say,
Right.
just because of the whole battle royales and stuff like that. But obviously the game's good because a lot of people enjoy it, which is, I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Right. Yeah, it's a very fun game for if you like survival slash RTS and tower defense, all that is in there and it's really fun game. I mean, it's only like $25 or $20 too.
Yeah,
It's one of those it's like one of those diamonds in the rough for an indie game in my opinion. It's
right.
like once if you're looking for a game, you got nothing to play, that's a decent one to play. So, Ghost Warrior Contracts. That's a new it didn't show gameplay, just a trailer. It kind of looked like Sniper Elite, I think was the game.
That's the what
it
you
looked
call it.
similar to that, but it didn't at the same time. So
Okay.
in the trailer, it shows this sniper taking out people, and then at the very end, someone's standing behind him and shoots him in the head. Now I don't know if it's supposed to be like PvP. They didn't really say. So that's something to look out for.
I like the Sniper Elite games. I've played through a couple of them. They're really fun. Yeah. So I mean,
yeah, and the genre is FPS action sniper. So it's a first person shooter, so who knows. And Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh my god, I love CD, man. I love The Witcher. They did the greatest job on one of the best series of all time ever. So this game is going to be one of the top 3 games next year. I think right alongside of Borderlands 3 and a couple others. Just the whole aesthetic of the game, the whole idea that they got going with how deep this like what do you want to call it, like this humanoid robot like network goes. Like people are basically modding themselves. It's crazy, dude.
Yep, absolutely. And I think I mean, for anyone who didn't get to see it, Keanu Reeves is going to be one of the main characters in the game.
How did that not leak?
How
did that not leak, dude?
But I would like to also throw out, I found this out too. His name in game is John.
Oh my god, I got chills.
That was pretty funny. And also apparently he was in the Cyberpunk series for quite some time.
That's what it sounded like.
His character was in the series for a long time, and now he's playing that character, which I'm sure there's going to be videos everywhere talking about what this means, whatever. So, yeah, overall, I mean, that trailer was awesome.
Phenomenal.
That game is going to likely win Game of the Year next year. And I'm not even afraid to say that.
So riddle me this. I know this is kind of like Reddit talk and stuff like that. I don't know. This is before this trailer and whatever, obviously. But people are saying that this game's going to be overhyped. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't know about that. Overhyped? I think it's not hyped enough, man. Honestly, I don't think, like, maybe it's just because I know how good of a game that these guys make. I mean, they've made all the Witcher games and stuff, and I've enjoyed the crap out of those games. It's one of my favorite games ever, Witcher 3. Just the amount of, like, good dialogue that they put into their games, the depth in characters, the whole aesthetics of the world that they put into, the details of the world and whatnot. It's just, it's incredible, man. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what to say, just besides they do it. I don't know if you can make a perfect game, but these guys are pretty gosh darn close. You know what I mean?
I mean, if I would say, it would be very hard for someone to try to convince me that Witcher 3 was not a 10. I would say a high 9 to 10 out of 10 game. Um, it's it was just amazing. Story, action, the leveling aspects, the gearing, like all of it was just really, really phenomenal.
And they had
I
like
mean,
two
the
or three
graphics were just
DLCs that were
amazing.
almost better than the main stories, dude.
You will get 300 plus hours out of Witcher
Minimum. That's if you
minimum,
just, you know.
and that's on like normal difficulty too.
Right.
If you do the hardest difficulty, holy
Well, on the hardest
shit!
difficulty, you have to learn. You literally have to like learn alchemy, otherwise you won't survive.
Right.
You gotta like poison your swords and stuff, and figure out all these different antidotes. It's awesome, dude.
Yep.
Fantastic game. So I expect nothing less. I expect nothing less from this game. This game looks more brutal. May I say it? More brutal than The Witcher 3, which is mind blowing. And just like the whole idea of it, all these like crazy, basically the basis of it is just these humans that are trying to get all these illegal mods built into their body and stuff. It's just crazy. It's just like the whole underground black market type of thing going on. I'm excited, man.
Yeah, and so there was this movie I watched. You guys probably heard about it. It was called Alita Battle Angel. It didn't do the best. It wasn't the worst. Story wise, it was all right. It's going to be a continued thing too. So basically, it had the same aspect of people trying to get illegal body parts to turn into these badasses. And I think that whole idea is just fucking awesome.
It's awesome, dude. They're freaking
like,
geniuses.
Because the thing is about it is everybody would want to do that.
Right? Who wouldn't?
If you could get a freaking gun on your arm, that would be badass.
That's what I'm saying.
So that game, all I have to say is that game is going to destroy next year, and I'm not afraid to say that it'll win Game of the Year.
I'm right there, and I'm right there with you, unless the next God of War comes out in 2020.
Right. There could be competitors for what is
when does that Days Gone, but that Death Stranding come out? When does that come out? That game is gonna be.
I think that's this year, isn't it? Wasn't
it might be
the end of this year or something.
Something like that. So that's probably this year, but still, I mean, that game looks. I just want to know what happens. It's one of those types of games.
It's just gonna be crazy. Next thing I want to talk about, Gears 5. There wasn't any real gameplay. I didn't honestly expect there to be.
I didn't think they were gonna show any.
A lot of people were saying this, and I 100% agree. What are you expecting? I'm expecting a Gears of War. With PvP, with the Nasher shotgun, where people just one-tap each other and have fun. And that's probably all we're going to get, and I'm fine with that personally. People in the Gears community have been fine with that, so I don't see a problem with it. They did have that new game mode called Escape, which is kind of like, it looks kind of weird to me. It was like a PvE, you run away from this green smoke that kills you if you don't get away, I guess.
I'd play it.
The horde mode is always awesome in Gears of War.
Right.
That's
the first thing I played in Gears. I never really played multiplayer. I would just play horde mode with friends. I would go over to friends' houses, play horde mode. That's it.
Horde mode. Yeah, and horde mode in Gears is the equivalent to zombies in Call of Duty.
I love it.
It's like fight off waves of guys, whatever. So that's all there is about that. Dying Light 2.
Yes, I knew. I forgot something. Yes.
So, okay. I have a theory from the trailer. I played the shit out of the first Dying Light. I loved it.
Mirror's Edge meets zombies and apocalyptic survival.
And at the very end of the trailer, it said, your main character is the same main character you played as from the first one. And spoiler warning for anyone who hasn't played the first one, but 5 minutes in, you get bit by a zombie, you are infected. Now you have to continually keep yourself from getting infected, whatever. And at the end of that trailer, there's a little green button on his arm, and it's going down. Now it could mean either one of two things. It's just saying that you're the same character and that you can get infected still. That's still a presence within the game, and you need to go recharge. Or the big aspect in first Dying Light was at nighttime, the zombies got stronger, faster,
crazy.
And there was a certain type of zombie that I think it was like a Nightcrawler was the name, something like that. But anyways, it was a very fast, strong zombie. Now, this is my theory with it, and what I think they were trying to say was in some way your character, because it's supposed to take place years after, your character is supposed to take on the adaptation of the infection
Oh,
to become stronger, faster, whatever. That's my theory with it, because they ended it and said how he's infected, and the first thing I think of, I'm like, why did they have to tell us that? We already knew that, so why does it
right.
matter? So that's my theory on it. We'll see what happens.
I played a good amount of it, of the first one. I never really finished everything in the game, but I did enjoy the aspect of just running around, parkouring. Zombies, for me, always wins it. I love zombies games.
It has
Playing
co-op
with your friends is a big one as well. I'm
and
stoked.
also it had PvP in it, which
That's
was
true.
interesting. They had the battle royale,
They did
but they
release that
also
later.
had the zombie verse player, where you played as a zombie
That's
and
right.
you chased down other players. So
That was
beautiful.
beautiful.
I mean, I don't think that was the best part of it, but the story itself. If you guys haven't played Dying Light before, highly suggest
Get
that
a
game.
couple
It's probably
buds,
like $20.
sit down, maybe play it for, you know, you don't even have to finish it. Just play it for like, give it 10 hours of your time. You'll have a good time.
If you like Dead Island, you would like that game.
Dead Island, holy shiz. All right, Ryan, so we need to like throw something up on the radar here of this Elden Ring game, and what's the basis behind it, what's the writing behind it, what's going on, because I don't think a lot of people necessarily know unless they're big fans of the people that are behind it, kind of a deal.
Right.
So go into it a little bit for people.
So I've played every single Dark Soulsy game, Bloodborne, whatever, Sekiro, Nioh. I've played all of those, and I played the shit out of them. I love them to death. This game is clearly that. It's clearly within the same range. It's made by the same people. And George R.R. Martin, the creator of Game of Thrones and the books, is also writing I guess he's directing / writing the story for this game. And first and foremost, obviously George R.R. Martin is a very big fan of the medieval stuff. That's why he did Game of Thrones. That's why he's doing a game like this. Now, with how strong of a story Game of Thrones had throughout, I can't imagine that implemented into a game like this. I mean, just from the trailer alone, there's so many ideas rushing through my head. I'm wondering, who am I going to be playing? Who's going to be the bad guys? Who's going to be the good guys? What is happening? And people are going to be breaking this down for forever. So that game alone is just, I can't wait. Personally, I just can't wait. Obviously, huge Dark Soulsy vibes. It shows some big bad guys who look like they're going to be eventually the bosses, whatever. So really, really amazing. I mean, they didn't even have to show gameplay, and I'm already know I'm going to buy the game.
I'm watching it for the first time right now. It's just like, you know,
just ideas flowing through my head of like what this could mean. Obviously, it's a new series, kind of like Nioh and Sekiro, Bloodborne, stuff like that. We'll see.
Right. Yeah. And I'm not even like super huge into those games, but just the fact that it's being written by some of those guys, I mean, that just sells it for me alone. Honestly, it's gonna be super dope, man.
Yeah, Bandai Namco and From Software. I mean, whenever it's those two names together, you know it's gonna be something good. Now,
Star Wars, dude. We didn't even Fallen Order.
Yeah. We can talk about that.
Yeah, we can do that just a little bit. I haven't even seen this trailer.
I haven't either. I haven't actually seen the gameplay or anything. I saw the trailer, but I didn't see the
gameplay. What, dude? Come on.
So, if anyone doesn't know, the main character is the same. His name's Cameron Morgan. He plays Ian in this game. I mean, in the show Shameless. He also plays as the Joker in Gotham.
Oh, that's him.
So
that is him.
Yeah. So he's the main character you're gonna play as. People were saying like he doesn't feel like he's for the role, but I think
What?
I
He
think
looks
it's
exactly like a Star Wars kid. What do you
yeah,
mean?
exactly. So
And it's a
I'm excited for
story-driven like super story-driven Star Wars game.
right.
So I mean, that's gonna be cool. I've been hearing things that this game might be somewhat difficult. You know, and Star Wars games, I wouldn't say aren't difficult, but like if let's just say it's a really hard Star Wars game, that could be interesting, man. There's nothing out
Right.
there like that, you know?
It looks like the Force Unleashed plus like I'm hoping there's some RPG aspects in there because that's what really makes you feel invested in a character.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, for me, but we'll have to see. I guess it looks really fun though. I mean,
Yeah, just like the combat
time will
and
tell.
yeah. I love Star Wars games, and people will say it's EA, man. I'm not buying any of these games. We know you're gonna buy the game. Still, shut your mouth, all right? We know
Right.
you're gonna buy it.
Also, they already said how there's no microtransaction bullshit.
I think
none
they
of that,
learned their lesson on that one.
and I wouldn't expect that in a single player game anyways. So it's like they didn't even have to say it for me. I mean,
Right?
I kind of expected them not to do that because why would you
Yeah.
pay for
Yeah.
that?
No, I think they learned their lesson with that one. And Star Wars Battlefront 2 is still a great game. They're still updating content. They added more levels in it. They added 2 more maps not too long ago. I still play it. I still enjoy the game a ton.
I'm all about game companies. They realize they fucked up at the
And they can
beginning
redeem
and they fix
themselves.
it. If they redeem it, hell, that's fine. I mean, the Division 1 is a perfect example for that. It was a shit show at the start and towards the end was one of a lot of people's favorite RPG-esque games. So,
Mm-hmm.
and then what other things? There's a new State of Decay 2 DLC, which I mean,
That's a
it's
very
an,
selective
it's
audience, I
an
think,
indie
but
game. I
super good
personally
indie
like
game.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I personally like State of Decay 2, but it's not crazy news. That game Crossfire X. So, have you ever heard of it? Um,
I feel like I have. I just
so for people who don't know, Crossfire X is a ripoff of CS:GO from quite a
wait,
few years.
really?
Yes.
Oh
So
baby.
the trailer was really fucking weird and confusing. First off, I mean, they showed this open world and it looked gorgeous and all this stuff, and then I watched the video and I was just like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like, it just didn't make any sense to me. But yeah, that's a thing. So we'll see what happens
So it's
there.
just a big old CS ripoff then, huh?
That's what the original one was. I don't know what this is gonna be because the trailer made no sense to me.
Because what from what I'm looking at currently, it's just like store. It looks like story, open world, got like crazy army missions going down. I don't know. I don't know. Looks interesting, but I haven't done any research on it.
Yeah, that's what all I know. People are posting on Twitter about it apparently, and kind of weirded out by it.
Hmm.
We'll see.
Time only can tell with all these games being announced, by the way, chat room.
Right.
So it's, you know, don't take everything in these trailers with a grain of salt unless they're showing physical gameplay, you know.
Yep. So yeah, that's oh, they have a stream starting on the Gears of War page for Gears of War 5.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they're gonna be doing the escape game mode gameplay, so that's cool. Let's see what else we got. Borderlands, of course, was shown. I think some of the characters it looks really fucking fun. I mean, the characters we're gonna be playing. There's this guy who has like 3 pet wolves. I want to play that guy for sure.
3 pet wolves.
Yeah, and he ran in and he sent them all after people, and I was like, holy shit, this
It's a
looks
hunter,
sick.
dude.
And then there was this lady who has like a machine like Diva with giant machine guns on it. Another lady with like 6 giant arms that she slams on the ground like a Titan in Destiny 2. And the last guy, he like had a teleporting ability of some sort. It looked really cool. And then they announced a new Borderlands 2 DLC.
Let's just put it right here on this podcast. They're the best. They're the best. They're the best developers ever, dude.
Oh, I forgot to mention a free DLC.
Yeah.
At that.
Gearbox is just, dude, they're the best. How many DLCs and content have they dropped on Borderlands? I mean, when did Borderlands 2 come out? Seriously. It's a 6-year-old game or something like that?
Yeah, at least.
And they're still dropping content. They're the greatest.
It's crazy to me. It's crazy. I could not believe that. When I saw like new DLC content, I was like, what? Huh? Excuse me? So I mean, that's just fucking nuts. Borderlands 3 is going to be a competitor.
That's just a team that is passionate about their game and listens to the community, man. They do such a good job. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to play the
September is going to be a fucking shit show. There's so many games
I'm not going to have time to play everything.
Destiny 2 expansion, Borderlands 3, fucking Gears 5. What else is here? Wait, when does a Star Wars game come out? Oh, it's no. There's just crazy stuff. I mean, classic WoW is gonna be out in
the same month too. Oh my god.
A couple weeks before,
but it's gonna go into that month.
It's just gonna be wild. Oh my
gosh, dude. Can I live without sleep? How long can I live without sleep, chat?
Yeah, it's just gonna be crazy.
That's crazy, man. I am just blown away, man.
Yeah. So, a couple other things. There's this game, Tales of Arise. It's like a weeby anime RPG game.
All the Tales games, cool. Yeah, Tales of Berseria and all those games. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it looked pretty cool.
I've wanted to get into the Tales games. I just don't know if I necessarily have to. I mean, I've talked to my chat about this before, but have to play through a certain amount of the games to really get a feel for the story and stuff like that. But I think they're all separate from what I remember. Super anime-y, like you can compare it to like Final Fantasy, right? Like kind of with ability based and everything like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'd check out a game like this. I mean,
absolutely.
Whatever.
When there's a content drought, whenever that'll be, because holy shit. But
well, I mean, we didn't gotta wait till November or September. We got a little while.
It was a gorgeous looking game. It looked really good. Now, the big boy, Halo Infinite.
Oh, dude,
Halo Infinite. Now, it didn't show gameplay. Didn't really touch on very much, but it's coming out Q4 2020, so we got time.
Yeah.
But apparently there was some big war that happened in the story from 5 to now that a lot of humanity was killed. So that's going to be pretty crazy. I don't know what they're going to do with that. I love the story of like Halo.
I liked Halo 5's campaign.
I liked 1, 2, 3, and I liked Reach. 4 was really weird. I didn't play 5, but overall, I'm excited for Halo Infinite. I hope they go back to the roots. All I wish is for the best for Halo.
Yeah, I mean, I think if they just listen to their community, which is a still very large community, I would say, ranging from all ages, and especially now that they're going to be having it on PC. That's like the biggest, I think that's the biggest kicker for it. I think more gamers are gaming on PC these days. A lot more people are just, they're investing in long-term setups where they can play stuff how they want to play it, which is whether it's higher FPS, whether it's extended graphics, extended FOV, whatever the case may be. I think just more people want games like this out on PC, and I think that's gonna add to the livelihood of the Halo franchise, especially since what I've been hearing is when Master Chief Collection drops, it's gonna be free to play, the multiplayer, which is gonna be awesome. And that's only going to lead to more people, I think, purchasing Halo Infinite, especially if you're a Halo fan. But, I mean, story-wise, obviously Halo kills it. Gameplay-wise, that's up in the air, obviously. I'm still going to try my best to have a good time, especially if I'm playing with buddies and whatnot. I think it's going to be solid. I really do. I really do think it's going to be fun. It's been 3 years at least in the making for this game, and I think it can only go up from here. I think Halo 5 was not a very big fan favorite for a lot of folks, which, it is what it is. I didn't have a bad time with it. The sprinting and charging and all that stuff was a little but we'll see, man. I think everyone's played Halo, or at least knows what Halo is, and I think it's going to be something that people will check out, especially if there's some sort of free-to-play option. Why wouldn't you check it out, seriously.
Absolutely. And one last thing, the future for consoles.
Ooh.
Project Scarlet was announced for holiday 2020, so same time as Halo Infinite. What do you think this means? I don't know if you can you pre-order Infinite right now?
Halo Infinite? I believe you can, yeah.
If you can pre-order it, then that's going to be interesting because they said Project Scarlet is the name for the new next gen console. They talked about some of the specs. Sounds pretty beefy. They talked 120 FPS, and I was like, why the fuck isn't it
120 FPS? Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah.
So next gen is coming. PlayStation, obviously, they're not going to be at E3 this year, but by the end of this year, I guarantee you PS5 will be announced in some way. We'll have to see when.
So, before this Gears 5 preview starts, the PlayStation 4 or Sony not being at the E3 conference, quote unquote, not being there with their own booth and stuff like that. Do you think that there's still gonna be some sort of hints at stuff at E3, even though there's not a Sony booth, with Sony type of titles and whatnot? Do you think they're gonna sneak their way on some sort of panel and show something?
I think there's gonna be a little something towards the end of E3 here, where there's gonna be something announced. I don't know. It's very strange. I think there's definitely an underlying reason for why they're not there. I don't think it was because they weren't prepared or something like that, because Sony wouldn't do something like that. I think they've got something up their up their sleeves right now.
Whether it's, a next gen console, which it will be, I think. I mean, it's 2020, man. They're going almost that decade for a new next gen console. I'm just really hoping, because PlayStation's got their, they got it locked down when it comes to exclusives and just just the volume of games. I really hope that the hardware is there. I really do hope that it's there.
Me too.
So,
yep. And I think that's the biggest thing as I've gotten older, where I know there's the whole console lull, all of that. People kind of saying how consoles obviously less superior because they can't run games better. I'm the type of person where graphics are secondary for myself. So
performance over everything, man.
If my game can run, I'm a lot more happy than if it's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
But with that said, I don't know about getting the newest Xbox, newest PlayStation right away, because as we're seeing right now, especially, we can play Xbox games on our computers now.
Yeah, the Microsoft, what's it called?
So if you want to buy an Xbox game, you can buy it on your computer and play it. There's no restrictions,
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of, will Sony have something up their sleeve where they're gonna try to get in there to let you play on your computer, or they're gonna force you, or they're gonna force you to get the new console? That's the question. I think that's going to be something people really got to start thinking about, because I personally don't. It's hard for me to want to buy a $600/$500 console again, after, when I could just look at my PC and be like, I want to just upgrade this thing.
Right.
And I like the feeling of having a controller in my hand. I love, even now, when I start my Xbox up to play Gears of War, I'm like, oh, this brings me back to the good old days.
That's just how we were raised, man. I mean, not many of us grew up. I mean, some of us did grow up on PC gaming. I mean, some of you guys played original vanilla WoW, obviously, and stuff like that. But a lot of people, let's go right after school, hop on Halo, or right after school, let's play some zombies. Like, that's what I remember, at least for me.
Exactly. So I like the feeling of playing on a console. It
Feels good.
right. It feels right for me. To be able to switch back and forth between those things. But I don't think I can see myself buying a $500 console again.
For some people, right away, no, 100%
Yeah,
agree with you.
it's but
Unless
at
the
the same
hardware's
time,
there, you know.
yeah, if it can run games really well, and there's some exclusive games I can only play on there, then I'm leaning more towards the PlayStation side
100%.
because you can play all of these Xbox games on your computer.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
like it's kind
that
of
way Xbox is still making money. So they did it smart, you know, with the Windows thing
right.
where they're also integrating all those classic games over with the Xbox Game Pass. I'm sure you saw the whole thing. I mean, they said it like 50 times. Xbox Game Pass or whatever, you know, you pay 15 or $10 a month or whatever it is and you get any like newer AAA game right away when it comes out. They're doing like the whole Origin approach where
Right.
where you know, I pay for Origin access. It's like whatever, couple bucks a month and you get your games and stuff like that, whatever. It seems like you get a lot of games for Xbox Pass, which is cool. A lot of AAA games. It's a good option for people that don't necessarily have the funds to spend $60 on every single game, which it
Right.
makes sense. You know, it's better to spend 100 and whatever it is, $150 a year than drop $60 on each title, you know? I get it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not a bad move
And
on their part, especially if people are swapping to PC a lot of the time, you know? That way they have both you know, things up their sleeve where PlayStation's not going to be or Sony's not going to be completely dominating the market essentially.
absolutely, yeah. Um, so it says the Bethesda stream's up in 26 minutes. I just
Okay.
wanted to throw that
Yeah,
out
I
there.
just have the what you call it, the Gears stuff. Taking a look at the
So
Gears
it
stuff
looks
up
like they're
there.
maybe running late. I don't really
Yeah,
know what's going on
Bethesda's a
exactly.
little bit behind schedule right now. That's what I'm looking forward to the most. So we'll do some live reactions for you guys here in a little bit. But
Yeah, so that's what I'm expecting from Bethesda. I don't know if you're on the same boat with me, but there's going to be something Elder Scrolls 6. There's going to be something some new titles. They said there's two new
I
titles
doubt they're gonna
guaranteed this
show
year.
any Starfield. Honestly, I really doubt they're gonna show anything. But we'll see.
Yep.
I don't know how much you're even going to show of Elder Scrolls 6 because Starfield, Elder Scrolls 6 from last year, we just got flashes of the games being confirmed, basically.
Right.
So
I think we're gonna see a longer trailer, but no gameplay.
no
That's my
gameplay.
guess.
There's not going to be much
Obviously, they're
info.
gonna do the new Doom too.
Doom, Quake stuff. There's going to be a lot of Elder Scrolls Online stuff, which I'm pretty stoked
Yep.
about.
Yeah, Elder Scrolls Online is gonna be like the Elsewhere stuff, I believe, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So that'll be cool. Fallout, who gives a shit about?
They screwed that up, man, huh?
And yeah, I don't know what the they're two unannounced titles, I believe.
Really?
So that's gonna be interesting. They could be a whole new brand series that we've never heard of before or thought of. And I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Bethesda, they do have a good track record if you put Fallout 76 aside. I
That game
mean,
doesn't count.
you know, yeah, just forget about Fallout 76 and
I've never
they're
once in my
still
life, Ryan, pre-ordered a game for $60 and never played it. That was the first game.
yeah.
Tough.
And jeez, I don't even want to get into it.
I just think they just forced it out, man. That's what it felt like. Just kind of like, yeah, we got this on this engine. We got this. Everything's gonna feel like Fallout 4. Throw it together in some somewhat big servers and call it a day. Like
Right.
that's what it felt like to me. And I'm like, oh man, this had so much potential, and then it just turned into a pretty crappy title.
Absolutely.
But we'll see. Well, other than that, I mean, yeah, Bethesda does pretty good. They're my main squeeze when it comes to these. I enjoy their games a lot, so I'm super pumped.
Yeah, and this Gears of War thing real quick, I just wanted to point out that it looks like they're taking horde mode and making it like it's like a race kind of thing where you're trying to escape the bad monsters, which I was hoping to get multiplayer because I know that's what everybody
Wants to
definitely
see,
wants.
you know.
But I mean, it'll still be cool to see the gunplay. They have this like electric knife apparently.
So I saw that Casey was in call with me. He's a big advocate for Gears of War. He loves Gears of War. So he was really, really scared and saying like, wait, they have abilities? So he was thinking like, hopefully they don't have something like that in multiplayer. You know,
hopefully
could you imagine that
3/4 on our hands?
4 was rough with all the specialists, but
I hope the specialist isn't a thing in Gears because I know people are gonna flip their shit. If that happened.
Yep.
But the Gears devs are quite smart. When it comes to multiplayer, they've kept it basically this same what's it called? Same formula where it's kind of, you know. Nothing crazy changes. New maps, obviously, cleaner, looks like more reactive, whatever. I personally can't wait for Gears of War 5.
Yeah, you're a big advocate for it.
I really want to get into the competitive side of it very badly. Because I played it a couple months ago and I was absolutely slaying kids and I was like, holy shit. I haven't played this game in literally years and I'm doing pretty decent. So I'm excited. Other than that, I think that's kind of most of the games. Phantasy Star Online 2 was announced to be on Xbox, I guess.
So I heard about this game back in the day. I shout out to Gathalion, King Gathalion. I listened to him on the daily at work, and he always rants on talking about Phantasy Star Online, and he played it on console, and it had like a monthly subscription, and it was really hardcore and stuff. So he kind of hints at it. I've never really played it. I've heard about it. But
so apparently it's going to be free to play on consoles and on PC.
Okay.
It looks cool. It's like a, more anime look to an MMO. But the trailer didn't really show combat, so it's kind of just
kind of hinting at it that's coming and whatnot.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm down to try MMOs, man. Any MMO that is trying to make it, I'm always down to try it out,
Right.
So do you know what kind of an MMO it's gonna be?
I have no idea. It just said like endless stuff to do in it, so
that's good.
It might be a Warframe game we're talking about. Who knows? I have no idea.
Huh. I mean, for the first Phantasy Star Online, that shit just came out probably over a decade ago or something like that. Yeah. So interesting. Like I said, free to play MMO, dude. You bet your bottom I'm gonna check it out for sure.
Right.
Especially if people are playing it and saying it's all free to play, cross-platform. They're announcing that as their headlines for it. So that's interesting. Cross-platform is I think that's just the way to go now. Since Fortnite ever changed the wave about cross-platform, man, I mean, it's just opening that up for all these games, dude. I mean, even Call of Duty's pushing that this year. I don't know if you heard too much about that, but even COD is pushing this cross-platform selling point too, which will be interesting.
Very interesting. I don't know how that's going to work out. We'll see.
And what's crazy about that too is, I mean, these are just rumors. Obviously, it's going to be nothing but rumors until everything comes out, obviously, or something gets fully announced. But that makes me question if stuff is going to be cross-platform. What's the point of having a Call of Duty Pro League on console anymore?
Right.
Why not have it on PC? Better frames, better graphics, better FOV. Just have them play, throw in a controller, have the pro players play on that. I don't know.
Right.
It makes most sense. You're getting to some Gears gameplay now.
Yeah, I'm watching.
You seeing it?
Looks really good. They're playing on console, so it's like, yeah, it looks pretty solid so far.
It looks really smooth, man.
I'm sure it's on the 1X or whatever, but
right. Yeah.
So it looks like it's like a survival, kind of like zombies.
I'm down, dude.
Yeah.
Sign me up. Cool. I haven't played horde mode in 5 years, probably.
These guys suck pretty bad.
Oh, these are some WWE guys, I think.
Yeah. They run out of ammo a lot, it looks like, though. Look at that.
Yeah, the little ammo thing at the bottom. You see that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. I mean, you know more about Gears than me. I mean, I've played a little bit here and there, but
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, the more stuff to do in these types of games, the better, I think.
Yeah,
Obviously, at the end of the
absolutely.
day, people are gonna want to compete, play multiplayer, play ranked, do all that sort of stuff. But I'm always down for new game modes, especially if they put some serious time into it. I mean, it looks like something I'd enjoy.
I'm just gonna throw it out there. King Gothalion is playing the new DLC
He's already playing
for
it for
for Borderlands
Borderlands.
2, and they have some heavy metal music playing during a boss battle.
That's
It's pretty
awesome,
sick.
dude.
Yeah.
Don't copyright strike us, Gothalion. That's
It
crazy
looks
though, dude.
pretty sweet.
Like really think about that for a second. 2012, I think, is when Borderlands 2 came out. Just really let that sink in. It is almost 2020, Ryan, and they're dropping content on a game that's
They
that
know
old.
their community, man.
They do.
Know it.
They're
know
the
it.
best devs out there, man.
Yeah.
Actually, I take that back, dude. Bungie. Sorry, Bungie dropped some knowledge on us the other day, and I've been waiting to talk to you about this for the whole week because it's just been nothing but greatness. I am so pumped for what Destiny has to offer and just the announcements that they gave and all the different quality of life stuff with accounts, account management, and just them hinting at adding content to Destiny 2 for 3 to 5 years or something like that. It's wild, bro. So let's go into it a little bit.
So, first things first, if you have never played Destiny 1 or 2 before, there is going to be in September something called Destiny New Light. Now, what this is you literally are going to be able to play the first story mission of Destiny 1, and then it's going to transition you throughout a couple missions to get you caught up with the story of Destiny 2. And you're going to start at 750 light, which is the max light level of the current DLC.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to be caught up with all your friends. This is completely free.
Yep,
And
it's gonna be free.
if you want to get all of the DLC plus the new one coming out in
$40
September, I believe how it's going to work is with Forsaken and either with Forsaken and the season pass, or just that season pass is going to be $30.
It's only $30.
I believe what's going to happen is either it's going to be Forsaken and that season pass, or it's just going to be the season pass. But it sounds like it'll be both. It sounds like it'll be both because it's going to be 40. But the new DLC is going to be 35. That's so in total, if you want to get everything in Destiny, including the new DLC that'll be out in September, which is going to be
$75.
Huge, by the way. It's going to be $75.
That is, and let me just say this. $75 is a lot of money. I will say that. But the fact that they're letting you level up for free up to the whole new light process, leveling up for free, you don't have to pay a dime to try this out, by the way. You can level up, play the first couple missions, kind of get yourself into the Destiny world. They kind of explain, like what it is to be a guardian in this new world of Destiny, basically. It's all free. And then if you like it, then you can check it out. Then you can play new content and maybe try out some different, things that the worlds have to offer. And I'm assuming like strikes and stuff are going to be free, and PvP I'm sure is going to be free. Maybe even Gambit will be free. Who knows? We'll see. But that's great. That's super. I mean, that's just a little bit of it. That's just the starting bit of what Bungie announced for Destiny 2. Because it just, I don't know. Ever since they got rid of Activision, it's like they're a completely different company. And that's just saying something right there.
And that's the other thing that I really wanted to touch on was they said, and I was so fucking happy when I heard this. They said they're going to go more towards the RPG aspects of the game.
Oh my gosh,
as
dude.
well as the MMO aspects of the game.
And I'm sure you saw the what you call it, the skill trees that they were showing off, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So they're going more towards the route of World of Warcraft.
Yes,
they're going more towards the route of games like Dragon's Dogma, where your character levels up. It's just you level up, get new skills, whatever. Your character gets stronger. That's the biggest issue I have had with Destiny, and I know most people have had with Destiny, is your character does not feel strong.
At
He
all.
doesn't feel like he's getting stronger. He just feels like he's trying to catch up, and it's this constant cycle. And Dado, who is a very big Twitch streamer who plays Destiny all the time, he makes some of the best YouTube videos. He called them out on that. He said, "It seems like you guys are doing the repeated cycle that you did with Destiny 1, which was two very small DLCs, one big one." So in the first Destiny, it was the Dark Below and House of Wolves, and then it was Taken King.
Yep.
Taken King was huge.
Taken
amazing.
King was one of the best, if not the best, expansion to the Destiny franchise.
And guess what happened with Destiny 2? Two small DLCs, Forsaken, huge, amazing DLC.
Massive.
So Dado called them out on that. He said, "It seems like you guys are doing
God
this
bless Dado.
constant cycle." And this is what they replied. Well, a lot of you might know we had some partners that are no longer our partners anymore. They didn't say that exactly, but
No,
basically they said we had things holding us back that are no longer holding us back. So now we can take hold of what the players want. So they literally were shitting on Activision multiple
the whole
times.
time.
The biggest thing of this new DLC, if anyone hasn't seen the trailer, watch the fucking trailer. There's a part in it that I really want to point out. There's this character who is in the trailer. Her name's Eris Morn. She's from Destiny 1. She was a very strange character. You didn't know if she was good or bad, but it's seeming like she's a bad guy. She talks about the moon. The moon was one of the coolest places in Destiny 1 to go to. And she says that the things you've been killing are coming back to life over and over again. They're never dying. It's undying. So the first character we saw was from the first DLC, The Dark Below. It was Crota. Now, Crota, if you guys ever played Destiny 1, that boss fight was fucking nuts. I mean, it was just insane. And so they showed that he's alive again.
So my question to you is, are they going to recycle that type of content into some sort of... I don't think it's going to be a raid. I think it's going to be some sort of strike or mission or something along those lines, which is awesome. I would love for stuff like that. If they're going to add a little bit of snippets from their original title game, that's awesome. I mean, they're already doing it with the new light thing. You get to play the first mission of Destiny 1 again, and that's gonna be awesome, man.
Yeah, and that's another thing people were talking about. So there's this thing in World of Warcraft called time walking dungeons and raids, where you get to go back and play the content from an earlier time in the game. People think that that's going to be coming back into Destiny, and I don't think that's a bad thing, but I also don't think that's like, it's recycled content. Where is that good? Where is that bad? I say the more content, the better. But at the same time, I say, I want new stuff. I want
obvious.
Stuff
I mean, all the
haven't
hardcore fans are gonna want, new stuff, something to do in the game, something that I can always hop on and not be, it's not finished. And dude, I mean, I used this analogy earlier. The ball's rolling, man. It seems like the ball's just rolling with these games, and it makes me so excited because obviously Bungie wants to support their community as much as possible, but they were just being held back. Bottom line, they were just being held back. They weren't getting to do the stuff that they wanted to do. Whatever the contracts they had with Activision was, it's gone now. They are free. The chains have been dropped, man, and it's really exciting because I think at this point in the Destiny 2, or I should say the Destiny world, it's only going to be better from here on out. There's only going to be more content from here on out. There's only going to be a longevity of just the lore, the whole franchise in general, and just everything that we want it to be as a community. It's just going to get better. I mean, they're already going and taking steps towards making your classes more customizable in terms of having different mods throughout the seasons, having different stat charts, having different builds per se for character. And they're just going in depth more with the skill trees so that it's more customizable, like a World of Warcraft, for instance.
Right.
Doing something where I can build my character how I want him to and make him, special for this raid or special for PvP or whatever you're into. And I think that's
And
going to be the best part of the new updates coming.
Yep, and that's another thing they mentioned, transmog. So you're going to be able to
That's right,
transmog
dude.
some of your favorite sets. Yeah.
That's great,
So
dude.
that I mean, it's just uh I say for people who are skeptical, try the new stuff that is free when it comes out in 3 months. And I I'm obviously very biased on it because I've played Destiny 1 since vanilla and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, try the free stuff, and just try and pay attention to what kind of content's coming out for it, because at this point, it it's just going to get better from here for everybody. I mean, having Activision no longer there, we've seen so many games get ruined by Activision. People can name off tons of games that have been ruined because of Activision's presence, even including World of Warcraft in many ways, but I won't get into that. Um, it's just from here on out, watch out for Destiny, because I think it's just going to get
They're
bigger
gonna
and bigger
take
from here.
this. Here's a great point. I listened to Gathalion religiously because I love Destiny. I love his insight on just stuff, and he has a lot of behind the scenes looks at the community or with the community. He does Guardian Con, which is gonna be like in July sometime. All of that good stuff. But he just has some good points on it, and the game being on Steam alone and it being free to play. Do you know how many times I can imagine other people that are just as hardcore as me about games look at Steam and look at free to play MMO in categories, in specific categories. That's like the number one search for thing on Steam. You know how many people have Steam, dude? Think about that. People are going to be trying that game out just because it's free to play, just because it's there and it's an MMO. And Destiny 2 is great. I think it's great. So there's going to be a lot of new people checking the game out. And it's just going to be, dude, I'm so excited, man. So much content. It's going to be endless. There's going to be an opportunity to have endless content for Destiny if they do this right, And them just hinting at the 3 to 5 year thing got me the most excited, because that means they're going to start taking their time with content. Not saying that they haven't before, but they're going to really have the time to. Right now, they're going to have the time. They're not going to be pushed by Activision to throw out crap content or throw out half of an expansion. So dude, it's going to be great. And the price tag on the new content is kind of in between Forsaken, where it's not as expensive, but also. Was Warmind cheaper than $35, or was that around the same?
Warmind was part of the season 1 pass, so I think it was like $30.
Okay, so it's basically it's in between 30 and like $45 basically. So that price tag, what that price tag is saying to me personally is that it's gonna be a good amount of content, but not quite as much content as Forsaken. So that's good, though. I mean, I'm down for more content in general, which is going to be great.
So the way I scale it is from Destiny 1, Taken King had about the same amount of content as Forsaken did. And so with that, my guess is the Rise of Iron, which was the equivalent of this next DLC coming out.
Okay.
It's probably going to have the same amount of content as that one, which was still a very good chunk.
Solid chunk.
Overall, Destiny 2 is just going to go upwards from here, in my opinion. I hope it does, and I think it will, because after watching the Vidoc and them talking about new stuff, they're adding finisher moves. They're adding way more customization stat-wise. They're just doing a whole lot to let you play the way you want to play, which was another one of my biggest issues with the game, was you were kind of forced to use whatever weapon was like strongest. So
yep, And if they can master that, you know, and make you feel stronger and like you're just dunking on stuff, that's, you know, that's gonna do it for me, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oof. So in terms of just Destiny 2 and like the skills, do you think they're gonna add another subclass for each character?
Yeah, I think they could. And I don't think they would, because let me think. I'm trying to think of what happened in Rise of Iron. Yeah, in Rise of Iron, I believe you did get a whole new subclass, so they probably will. I could definitely see that. Either that, or they might just change around all the subclasses currently.
Good.
Who knows?
Or maybe make it
know?
more detailed and, you know, specific to whatever, you know, tree you're going off of. That could be interesting, you know.
Right.
Dude, did you see the finishing moves?
Yeah, that was cool.
How cool is that, dude? Just
badass.
punch the Superman punches like the boss. Like, dude, can I punch Riven in the nose, dude? Like, you know what I mean? Like that'll be interesting to see.
Right.
Just little things
Bethesda
like
is
that.
starting in 2 minutes, by the way.
I got it. I got it on lock, baby.
I'm guessing Elder Scrolls 6 right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
Calling it right now, chat.
You think so?
See
All
what
right.
happens. I think there'll be a trailer for that or Doom. One of the other.
I was gonna say I think Doom, because Doom
They might start off with that and end with Elder Scrolls.
Right. Oh, dude, Bethesda's just so. They do it for me. I don't know what it is. Just like I love their games, man. I really do. I'm excited. Please don't drop the ball on like a Fallout game on me or something. 2 unannounced titles, bro.
They shouldn't even mention Fallout 76 because that's just gonna be bad PR right away. They just gotta drop that game. Forget about it.
Mm-hmm.
Just
100%.
Just give up on that.
Oh man. All right, talk to chat for a second, Ryan. I gotta pee. I will be right back. Short intermission.
I have some tissues ready for Elder Scrolls 6. Dude, same. You guys might get a little action. Just kidding. Imagine if they did another Fallout, like a giant DLC to Fallout 76. Holy shit, they would have such a bad time. All right, let's see. I'm going to keep reloading this E3 2019 recap page to hopefully get like early titles that they add in so I can tell you guys. One more minute. Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna watch on my phone while I'm watching you guys talk. Let's check it out. Hopefully, he has the volume up for you guys.
With a game, there is no game without the players.
Really, it all comes down to you.
Oh, is it starting? Holy shiz! I'm back. I'm back.
There is no game.
Okay.
There's no one to play it.
No one to interact with it. You keep us in check.
Chat room, I can't explain how excited I am for this. I love Bethesda stuff every single year. I'm such a big advocate for arena shooters and everything too.
Oh, dude, I just remembered Prey. They might do a second Prey game.
I heard that game was amazing.
Yeah, me too.
You empathize with us as developers and with each other as a community.
Live reaction. This is a first for us.
Right.
I'm Dinga Bakaba. and I used to take a week off every time a Bethesda game came out.
My name is Mark Diaz, and when I was 8 years old, I used to sneak over to my buddy's house to play Doom.
Oh, another Doom. That makes me want to download their first iteration again. I played that game like twice.
And I started out as
Yeah.
a 16-year-old gamer who just wanted to bring joy to others through video games.
And now I'm game director at Arcane Studios.
Now I'm a game programmer at id Software.
Now I get to be a part of building that world as the creative director on Elder Scrolls Online.
Now I'm a UI programmer at Bethesda.
Start
Games Studios,
it!
and it's
Start
everything I could have
it!
They could do a new
I see you.
I see you.
Wolfenstein.
We see you
Ooh.
because we are you.
You know what's crazy? I have those games. I haven't played through them.
Dude, I played through the first one for the first time while my PC was getting, I was fixing. Dude, that game is sick. Like, actually really fucking good.
Yeah, I love FPS games too, so I mean, right then and there. Oh, here we go. Here we go, boys. All of a sudden, there's 200,000 people in here. Oh, Doom! Oh, baby. I really enjoyed Rage 2. I never finished it. I played a good amount of it. I just never got around to finishing some of the quests, but Rage 2, dude, felt great. Like, their gunplay in it, man, felt so good.
Yeah.
Definitely a good pickup if it goes on sale.
Shit. I just remembered they
What's
made
up?
The Evil Within 2.
They did?
Yeah, it was made by Bethesda. I just completely forgot about that.
Oh, baby. Oh, Rage. Oh, here we go, Ryan. Here we go! Let's go! Bethesda, here we go. I could smell the neckbeards in the crowd right now, dude. Oh wait, that's Blizzard event. It's a joke, chat. I'm a neckbeard right now too. Look at me. Oh, Dishonored! What? That's right! Holy shiz! I forgot how good Dishonored was, man. All right, here we go.
Thank you very much. How are you? Feel good? Awesome. Thank you guys for being here. Thank everyone watching around the world to tuning in to watch our 5th annual E3 showcase.
Wow, only 5th? What?
Oh, really?
This is a
crazy.
night dedicated to those who love games, who love the incredible entertainment that games provide. This past year, you fought demons on Mars and Nazis in America. You were assassins in the Empire, adventurers in Tamriel, and survivors.
They do have some variety, man, don't they?
And survivors in the
They
wasteland.
got so many teams.
And you've
Why are they
embarked on
saying
these
yeah?
amazing
I don't know.
adventures on
Yeah,
PC,
They're just
Fallout.
yang
mobile,
because they're
wherever
there,
and
dude.
However you choose to play. And that's the key. You take the worlds that we create and you make them yours. You share your experiences with other players, with
This guy's a
friends
good
and with
talker.
family. With our games, you've built large global communities that truly matter. This year, we want to give special recognition to the extraordinary Bethesda community. As you saw in our opening video, you mean everything to us. I've almost been at this company for 20 years. And when I first
Holy
started,
shit.
That's crazy.
A long time.
Right? The GOAT.
He's like,
when I
God
first
damn
started,
it.
I know.
one of my first responsibilities was moderating the community forums, chatting with you, and keeping you up to date
That's
on our
crazy.
games.
That's
It was
a
great way to
rough
start my
job.
career at Bethesda because it was the perfect reminder of why we do what we do. And like so many others at Bethesda, I've spent a lot of time with you at events around the world. I've enjoyed meeting so many of you and getting your thoughts and feedback. So tonight, we'll be taking time throughout the show to hear directly from some of you in the Bethesda community. We are thrilled tonight to show our fans the lineup of great games we've been creating just for you, including the premiere
Oh, boy.
of some exciting new
Someone's going to
games,
ask about
and
76.
we'll go deep
Yep.
on Doom Eternal.
Doom!
Let's
Yes!
go.
Yes! I love Doom.
If you're ready, let's kick it off and to get an update from our friends at one of the most celebrated development studios in the world, Bethesda Game Studios. Please welcome studio head and my good friend, Todd Howard.
Todd! Here he
Hope it
goes.
doesn't start with Fallout 76.
I know. Here we go.
He should troll everyone and be like, you guys enjoying 76?
Yep.
Great to see everybody. We have had an incredibly exciting year at Bethesda Game Studios. Given some of that excitement, impressed you're still here.
Oh boy.
Actually, over the last year, we've had over 60 million players in our games, our most ever. And it's all of you who have made these worlds what they are. Take Fallout 76.
Oh! Starting with it.
A type of game we'd never done before. Had a lot of difficulties at launch. And we got a lot of well-deserved criticism.
He's honest. He's honest.
But the team kept working on it, and you kept playing it. And through all of that, something amazing has happened. It's thanks to all of you.
Ryan's missing out.
This game has one of the best online communities we've ever seen. We made a post-apocalyptic survival game where you can do whatever you want, and everybody's nice to each other. They don't go on killing griefing sprees. They leave food and water for the newbies and wave to each other. I don't know about you. This should give us all hope for humanity when the apocalypse does come. To you. And we have a lot more in store this year for Fallout 76. But first, our latest game, The Elder Scrolls Blades, is in early access. And thanks to all of you,
I have that on my phone.
It became our second straight #1 mobile game after Fallout Shelter. Absolutely incredible. And to tell you what's coming to Blades, let me introduce project leader Craig Lafferty and art director Matt Carafano.
Got that Fallout 76 out of the way.
Thanks, Todd. It's great to be here at E3. And thanks again to all of you for making Blades #1.
As someone who's worked on the Elder Scrolls for 20 years, it's been incredible to bring this world to your phones in an all-new way.
I gotta play it on my phone. I haven't played it on my phone yet. I think I downloaded it, but...
And whether you're exploring a dungeon or rebuilding your town, it's great to be able to do it wherever you are.
Since it's E3, we're releasing our biggest update yet, featuring all new jobs and solo arena battles, an all-new custom jewelry system, and a brand new Dragon quest line.
Dragon quest line, yeah, on my phone, yeah. People are taking all these pictures and shiz in the crowd.
All, it's coming out tonight.
Oh!
So, download free tonight and give it a try.
And we're also hard at work on our arena mode for this fall that'll feature PvP, your own guilds, and visiting your friends' towns. But most exciting this year,
oh, the mobile game.
You missed the 76-bit.
Switchblades.
What'd he say?
He's like, we had some well-deserved criticism, and yada, yada, yada. Had a rough launch. He was honest, at least.
Yeah.
What do you do, man? What do you do? Oh, it's on the Switch? What is this? I wasn't paying attention.
It's like that mobile game that
Yeah,
came out
I have
a
it
while
on my
ago.
phone. Blades. Yeah, there we go.
But it's kind of like ridiculously pay to win.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I
Get
got
us
a
getting the
Switch.
shitty
Blades
stuff
is coming
out of the
this
way
fall
first.
Yep.
on the Nintendo Switch, and yes, it's still free.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Blades is the perfect fit for the Switch. You can play on the go, on your TV, and with motion controls. But best of all,
Swinging in
it's
my room,
crossplay and
just knocking
progression
shiz
with
over.
the
That could be
mobile
cool
version.
as
So you
motion
can-
controls, though.
Yeah.
I'll admit.
It's like
So you
almost
can start
VR-y,
tonight
but
on mobile,
Yeah.
and all your progress will carry over. And it's playable here at E3 in our booth and Nintendo's.
Yeah.
these two guys, they're not here for blades. Why are we up
And for
here?
those of you playing on mobile,
Right.
we also have some special rewards for both our Apple and Google players this week. So download tonight and let us know what you
I already
think.
have it
Thanks again.
downloaded. I haven't played it yet, though.
Now, let me introduce Jeff and Tom to tell you what's coming to Fallout 76.
Oh, boy.
Oh, great.
Here we go, boys.
Oh,
Hey,
boy.
it could be one update away from being a playable game. We'll see. Let's see what they got.
Hi, I'm Prosecutor Jeff Gardner.
He goes, oh,
And
boy.
I'm Co-Studio Director Tom Mustaine. On behalf of everyone at Bethesda Game Studios, we want to thank the millions of you who have played with us, stuck with us, and helped shape the world of Fallout 76.
What world?
Absolutely. It's incredible what the game has become. You've told us how much you've loved this year's updates so far. From camp building,
I haven't played the
legendary
update or
weapons,
looked at it,
player
to be
vending,
fair.
And of course, the dreaded sheep squatch.
What?
We've also been
Sheep
working
squatch?
on our
Sheep
biggest
squatch?
update yet.
Huh.
It's called Wastelanders. And it will fundamentally change the game.
Let's see it.
Say it's free or else you're in trouble.
Yep, say it's free,
Better
my
say it's
dude.
free.
It's been some time since Vault 76 opened its door. And we all discovered that Appalachia isn't quite what it used to be. We encountered a lot of things. Overcame a lot of things. I don't think any of
Murlocs.
us expected for people to actually come back.
Are you from that vault? Can you help us? We've traveled pretty far. Heard there's hope here in Appalachia. Folk rebuilding, fighting back. We'll fight too.
Why is that guy eating bullets?
Yeah, I don't know.
Holy crap.
We've been everywhere and seen
Better say
everything.
free or else they're fucked.
And the one thing we've learned is this. You gotta claim the wasteland before it claims
Yeah, do they really
you.
expect people to pay for something? Oh, God, what is that?
Question
The hell was that?
I don't know.
with them.
And it's free to play.
Even NPCs, that's a good start.
That's a good start for sure.
Free!
Yep.
Free, they did it!
You called it!
Dude,
That's
I'm
good.
not gonna lie.
That's good.
I would potentially try it for like $20. I would.
That's
I would
right,
try this game.
That's right. Human NPCs are coming to Fallout 76.
That guy on the left is so
Not
happy,
just
dude.
I know.
You see him? He's
But
like,
a full
oh, thank
quest
God.
line, new rewards, and as you saw, full dialogue trees.
So you're making a fall game now.
This is a long-term story we're telling. Year one was about the vault doors opening and all of you settling the wasteland. Year two is about people coming back to reclaim it. Like previous Fallout games, these characters have their own stories and goals. It's up to you to choose how
I feel like they're going to have a sale on it, like on sale tonight, you know?
The Wastelanders update is coming this fall.
You muted,
and will be
Ryan.
free for all Fallout 76
Oh, I was talking to him.
Oh, okay. Oh.
And in the spirit of free, we're doing something special just for E3.
It's on
Fallout
sale.
76 is going to have a free trial for everyone.
There you go,
starting
Ryan.
Tomorrow.
There you go. Free trial for a week. It's not bad.
That's right. It's the perfect time to see what Fallout 76 and its growing community have become. We can't wait to welcome all of you. And because so many of you are going to be joining us, we thought we'd also give you a sneak peek this week at an all-new game mode. Check it out.
Battle Royale.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. Do you think I'm right?
I think you are. She's running and stuff.
Your first test was making it to the vault. Now
Said get that loot.
Yep.
Currently, there is no overseer of Vault 51. Perhaps you will be the one. We are in serious need of leadership, so I have devised a unique process of elimination.
Yep, it's a battle royale.
Oh my god,
boy.
it's a PR.
Here
You
we
gotta
go.
play with me now, dude. The storm has arrived. Ah, it's a PR. Ah, they need to do something, dude. Wait, there's gonna be things
There's
in the world
monsters in
chasing
it.
you, dude.
Wait, you can build a base though too.
Survival
That's kinda
battle
cool.
royale? This could be wild.
That's cool. Dude, this is what I talked about a while ago. I said how it'd be cool if there was monsters in it with the players.
Nuke. Holy shit.
Wow, they have everything in it.
It's just a war zone. All right. Okay.
There can only be one overseer. Good luck.
I called that one.
52 player. Wow. You level up in it too. Free for Fallout 76 players too. There you go. Not bad.
Hey,
Hey,
they needed
they're
to
giving people stuff. Honestly, it's not a bad thing.
That's right.
There you go.
Nuclear Winter is a battle royale born from the Fallout universe. From power armor to perk cards, from camp building to contending with wasteland creatures, and of course, my personal favorite, nukes. It's a great free addition to an already huge game. We love playing it, and we think you will too.
Hey, at least they're giving people stuff. I mean, you called it. They had to make it free.
So check out the sneak peek
Right.
and let us know what you think. Remember, all of Fallout 76, including Nuclear Winter, is free to try this week on all platforms.
Oh wow, it's already live?
Yeah.
Wow.
I have the Bethesda launcher too.
So jump in tomorrow. We can't wait to see you.
Thanks again.
Hey, you know what?
Hey, better
a
than
little-
what I thought.
They're getting a little better. That's all I'll say.
Remember,
I'm not going to say they
everything
redeemed
we've talked
themselves,
about
but-
that's coming this year is free. We get to represent hundreds of passionate developers across 4 studio locations in North America working on multiple projects. Yes, we're still hard at work on our next-gen RPGs, Starfield, and of course, Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah.
We know how precious these game worlds are to all of you, and they are to us. We know the time you spend in them is important. Keep telling us what you love, what you'd like to see us do better. Thank you again, everybody, for your support.
What do we got, Todd? What do we
But
got
really,
next?
Even more so, want to thank everybody
Here comes the
for
lineup.
believing in us. Thank you.
Here we go. The heavy hitters, boys.
Yep.
Please
Here we
welcome
go.
the founder of Tango Gameworks, Mr. Shinji Mikami.
Lay down the law, brother.
Hello. ありがとうございます。I'd like to start by greeting my team in Tokyo. It's Monday morning there, but they are watching. みんなおはようございます。今日真面目にやるよ。Tonight, I am excited to announce the next game from Tango. Ghost Warrior Tokyo.
Okay. Let's see it. Let's see it.
It is an action-adventure game in which you will fight paranormal enemy and rid the city of supernatural evil. I think you love it.
Supernatural enemies.
To tell you more about Ghostwire Tokyo, here is creative director at Tango, Ikumi Nakamura.
Wow, so many people. Wow, thank you. ありがとうございます。
She's so nervous.
Such a big stage makes me nervous.
Yeah, you.
I do my best to speak in English. We are making a new kind of action-adventure game. It's spooky. But not the survival horror game that we are known for. People are vanishing in Tokyo. You must find out why. You will encounter conspiracies and the occult. You have to explore the world, face challenges to uncover the truth and save humanity. In the game, you will meet spirits, some dangerous, some peaceful, and survivors that each have their stories. You will need to ask yourself, is this normal or paranormal? I ask myself this question every time I go to the office. Just kidding. Just kidding, just kidding. We are very excited. Let's take a look. 見てね. Thank you. Bye bye.
Oh my gosh, this looks real.
Right?
Holy smokes. Oh my gosh.
Wow, looks like a movie.
I know, we're watching a movie, dude.
I think people were saying Thanos. No, the dog.
The Poochie, dude.
Holy shit, you see their hands?
Yeah, what the heck?
Creepy. Holy shit.
What is going on, dude?
All right. I know who they're giving a run for their money for. Hideo Kojima.
Don't fear the unknown. Attack it.
That was cool.
That was pretty
Holy
cool.
shit.
That cinematic was.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I'm not playing Bethesda games, I work as a mechanical engineer.
I work in a hospital. I used to work with kids.
I'm an electrician.
I'm an event planner.
In real life, I'm a systems administrator.
Program assistant for a private school for children with autism.
I'm trying to be an artist. I like to think of myself as one.
Make like back-end systems that it's really
Jesus.
Maybe permanently
Those eyes.
full-time streamer.
I got a YouTube channel.
I make my own yarn.
I'm a social worker.
Teaching inmates. I'm a game developer working at a video game cafe.
I've been a Doom fan since the game came out. I remember being in the 8th grade and a buddy of mine giving me the shareware demo on 3.5-inch floppy disks.
My older brother picked up Fallout 3, and I took his copy and played it when he wasn't home.
Fallout 4. gosh, that's like my baby.
The scope of that game was just
Fallout
like
4's your baby?
bigger than things I was used to.
Just setting foot in Shimmering, the first city that you go to in Somerset, it was amazing.
You would look out and you'd be like, oh, I want to go there. And then you could go there, which was wild.
Go out into the world, go in any direction you want to go. The exploration and the weirdness and the alienness of it.
I played Oblivion. I tell you, it probably saved my life.
It was one of my first experiences with a fantasy world that was that immersive.
Love the dragons. Scatter the dragons.
You take down a dragon, you can definitely take down any illness.
Don't ever stop adding dragons to your game. Add dragons to Fallout. Add dragons to Rage. Add dragons to everything. Mecha dragons. More dragons.
More dragons, boys?
Please welcome studio director of Cinemax Online Studios.
ESO is about to carry.
Wow, thank you. Thanks. Thank you, everyone. Wow, thank you. And
He's so nervous.
I know.
Holy shit.
I wonder how many people are in that room, dude.
friend Greg there, the one in the video that really loves dragons. I'm happy to say, Greg, The Elder Scrolls Online has dragons.
A lot of them.
Right now, in fact, players are deep into the Season of the Dragon, our year-long story about greed, revenge, cat people, and of course, dragons. Tonight's focus on the community resonates with me and everyone at ZeniMax Online Studios because ESO literally would not exist without you. Watching you play the game, streaming, telling stories, hearing your feedback.
One of the biggest MMOs that people are playing right now.
Are the most important part of the world of Tamriel. Thank you. Thank you for making ESO the extraordinary adventure it is today. The past year has been a huge success for ESO. More Game of the Year awards, millions more players have joined. So many, in fact, that we recently added more server capacity just to support all the new players in Tamriel.
Is this a Blizzard event? What's going on here? I can smell the neckbeard yells from here, dude.
And better. Just a few days ago, we launched The Elder Scrolls Online Elsewhere. The latest chapter.
Oh wait, it is out now?
The latest chapter in the game where you're able to visit for the first time the homeland of the Khajiit, as well as control the dead as the new Necromancer class. And
I heard that class is sick.
Yet,
both of my buddies play it
is
a
the
lot.
Perfect starting point for new players. When we announced Season of the Dragon, we kicked it off by showing you a video about how dragons were unleashed on Elsewhere. And we ended with a cliffhanger. Now, I'm really excited to show you what happens next. Check out the world premiere.
World premiere! Oh, I love Bethesda cinematics.
Yep. That's a necro.
Mm-hmm.
Dragons out.
There's more dragons. They keep making dragons look way more real every year. It's crazy.
Right.
Well, that's gonna do it.
Oh, there goes the horse.
Yeah. Oh, baby. Who's this BA guy? Look at this guy.
That guy's from the very first trailer in when Elder Scrolls got announced.
Oh. Oh, shiz. Guy's just taking on a dragon head on.
Damn. Ballistas.
Oh, she's going for the hero play.
Some Legolas type shit.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Uh-oh.
Why didn't it land on its all fours? It's a cat, right? Looks like a monk from Diablo.
Right?
Uh-oh. You guys took down one.
Yep.
Still more. Oh, the eclipse. Oh, shit. What does that mean?
I don't know if they're going nuts, though.
Yeah.
That's right, another cliffhanger. You may have recognized the return of Sai Sahan, the legendary Redguard Swordmaster. He's the legendary Redguard Swordmaster you met as part of the original 5 companions. He's back as the leader of the Dragon Guard, a group of dragon hunting warriors.
Jesus Christ, guy. Calm down.
He'll
Let
be
the
featured in
man
our fourth quarter
talk.
story DLC
Right.
named Dragonhold.
Wait, what is that?
Complete the season
New
of the
story,
Dragon.
I think.
We've got a lot more to share about the return of Sai and the Dragon Guard, which will unveil at QuakeCon later this summer.
Forgot QuakeCon's in the summer.
Yeah.
Before then, keep an eye out for a dungeon DLC adventure called Scalebreaker, which you'll see in August.
Holy shit, the biggest fan in the world.
Dude, he's loving it right now.
Thank you so much for your support of the Elder Scrolls Online. We're humbled by your enthusiasm. Your enthusiasm for the game motivates us every day. You guys are seriously awesome. Thank you.
Oh my god. That guy's losing his mind.
I know.
But
One of my buddies is probably there
something
right
else to
now.
talk about.
He's an ESO
the
guy.
Elder Scrolls Online isn't the only game in development at ZeniMax Online Studios.
Ooh.
We have several
Whoa.
other projects, one of
Whoa.
which we're ready to reveal tonight.
Okay.
Oh shit.
And to tell us all about it is the game's creative director, Kira Schlitt.
That's a lot of people. Oh my gosh, did you see this?
Yeah.
Did you see the crowd?
Yep. Pretty
Wow.
Crazy.
And now, for something completely different. Imagine a classic Saturday morning cartoon in free-to-play mobile game form.
Oh,
take a
great.
look.
Here we go.
Do you guys have phones? Battle Royale.
Could you have shown this earlier when we weren't hyped at all?
Right.
That would have been nicer.
It's like a Nickelodeon like show or something.
Yeah. People, oh my God, Twitch chat never ceases to amaze.
So there's a new branch on Commander Keen's
posted
family tree,
constantly.
and they're heading to iOS and Android. If you're hearing about Commander Keen for the first time, it was one of the first PC action games created by id Software in the early 90s. Yeah.
There it is.
Oh, okay.
It starred boy genius Billy Blaze, whose alter ego Commander Keen protected Earth. All of us at ZeniMax Online
Commander
Studios want to give a
Keen.
really big thanks to our friends at id for trusting us to deliver our modern take on this classic game.
Okay.
On your phone.
So, tonight, as we introduce Commander Keen to a new generation of players, we're also introducing the next generation of heroes. Meet Billy. And Billy. Twin geniuses who follow in their famous father's footsteps. The
Billy?
new commanders are, of course, funny and powerful, but the game is also full of enemies, allies, and some really bad guys. The twins build wacky gadgets from household items to save the Earth from certain alien destruction.
Jesus.
Drag
What
and
is
drop
this?
gadgets to summon allies, attack enemies, and move through the environment. Choose from a caboodle of contraptions to conquer challenges. And try saying that 5 times fast. The twins go on adventures in story mode, which tells some of the classic Commander Keen tales, as well as a whole bunch of brand new ones. In story mode, you'll overcome aliens, collect power-ups, and explore Mars and beyond. You can also go helmet to helmet with other players in battle.
Trying to catch these hands, Ryan, or what?
Might go MLG in
control
this setup.
checkpoints and claim the flag to gain ultimate victory.
Victory
Commander Keen will
Royale.
soft launch this summer on iOS and Android phones.
You like that, you little shit?
Yeah.
Going and ninja on everyone.
Yeah, maybe if I'm a little kid, I'd be down for this, but
So,
Yeah.
please go visit gokeen.com to pre-register to receive unique in-game rewards and hot Commander
signing
Keen
up
launch
right now.
updates.
I'm already ahead of you, dude.
Can't wait to kick some asteroid with you all.
Hey!
Thanks.
Kick some asteroid.
All right, now the real game.
All right, here we go. Heavy hitters, baby.
Thank you, Kira. At Bethesda, we, like you, love mobile games. In addition to Blades and the upcoming Commander Keen, millions of you have enjoyed Fallout Shelter, which has now reached over 150 million downloads.
Wow,
Holy
that's a lot.
smokes. No
That's a
wonder why they
lot.
make mobile games. They're rich as shiz off of them, dude.
Imagine $1 per person.
Right.
So you could experience the Elder Scrolls in a new way. This year, the Legends community has continued to grow thanks to a lot of upgrades, new features, and new content. It's a great experience for a night of gaming or a quick match over a cup of coffee.
Oh wait, this is a new game? I didn't even notice.
Let's see. Oh, card
Oh,
game.
it's a
It's their
game.
card game from, yeah.
Okay,
I
so
do
they
have
just
Hearthstone on my phone, I will say. Nice. The mud crab.
Right. Just say that.
You want to watch Bethesda with us too, buddy? Yeah. I can't say I've played this one though.
Not me either.
Make your play.
Well, I'll make my play, that's for sure.
I'm sorry, homie, but if you get that excited over a mobile game, you gotta.
I think it's a PC game originally, but I guess they're adding it to mobile, which is smart. If it's anything similar to Hearthstone, it'll do well. For those, there's a big community for the card game stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, it's free? I thought it cost money.
Probably costs money for the packs.
Yeah.
If you enjoy other card games but are looking for something that provides a little deeper challenge, you can download Legends for free on the
they
App
just
Store
threw
and
shade
begin
at
playing
Hearthstone.
tonight.
Ooh, yes, they
next
did.
Expansion, Moons of Elsewhere, will be available on June 27th
For free.
for PC, Mac, mobile, and tablet. You can head over to Bethesda.net to get a glimpse at the new cards and content, or play it this week in our booth. I'll see you there, clapping. Now, speaking of new content, 3 weeks ago, we released Rage 2, and now Insanity Rules...
New content for Rage already? No shot.
And now Insanity Rules for millions of players around the world. But we wanted to do more than just deliver a critically acclaimed open-world shooter.
I'm interested.
We've already added community challenges that reward you just for having fun in the wasteland, and we've got a lot more planned with new features rolling out this week. The world of Rage 2 will become even more unpredictable and even more insane. Take a look.
Let's see.
You got me.
New shit coming soon, Rage 2.
It is a pretty fun game combat-wise. They have all these abilities and stuff too. Oh my gosh, they're going like the whole route for this intro.
New cheat codes.
Holy shiz!
That's cool.
Yeah, the full house. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a full house theme, dude. That's great. Who's coming? Ooh.
Oh, that's my next tattoo.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mech.
Yep, that's me right there. Holy shiz.
I got a tremendous surprise for you all.
Okay. I'm down.
Did they say if it was free or not?
I don't know.
It said new DLC.
Probably not then. Oh, here you go. I've got to play the other ones, man.
Good.
Yeah, play Rage 2. Bye now.
After liberating America from the Nazi scum in Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus, this year we take you back to Europe with 2 new Wolfenstein games.
2?
Oh, wow.
First, we are bringing Nazi killing into virtual reality with...
Okay, that's why.
Wow, okay. I don't have a VR.
Cyberpilot.
Yeah.
As a hacker working for the French resistance, you will take control of Nazi war machines and turn them against their creators. Cyberpilot will be available this July, and it's playable this week in our E3 booth.
Virtual reality's like just this close to on the cusp of just.
If you haven't fought Nazis in VR, you don't know what you are missing.
I don't have one, man.
But
I don't have room for one.
We have 2 new Wolfenstein games.
Here we go.
This summer, we are going to be launching Wolfenstein Youngblood.
Ooh.
I've heard nothing about any of these Wolfensteins.
So they had Wolfenstein, the New Order, Wolfenstein, the Old Blood, then they had Wolfenstein 2. So this is...
You will have more weapons and weapon upgrades than ever before, more ways to customize your playstyle, and, of course, even more evil Nazis to kill. And in Youngblood, you can kill those Nazis with a friend.
Nice. Co-op.
Co-op, that's huge.
That's awesome.
Yes, Wolfenstein is going co-op. Youngblood is set in the 1980s, 2 decades after the new Colossus. BJ Blazkowicz is missing in Nazi-occupied Paris, and it's up to his twin daughters, Jess
We gotta
and
rescue
Zoe,
BJ.
to track him down. In Youngblood, you can still play by yourself, or you can partner with a pal to double up on shooting, stabbing, and killing Nazis.
That's awesome.
Killing Nazis.
Check it out.
This is gonna be cool.
Let's go, Ryan. Let's play it.
Yeah, right? Oh, yeah.
Paris. Nazi country.
That's where Papa is, so that's where we're going.
We can find him. Together.
I may have an assignment suitable for 2 Nazi killers such as yourselves.
Damn, look at their armor.
Right?
That's sick.
Oh!
Damn. Damn.
Oh my God.
Brutal.
Let's do it, sis.
Get the whole 80s music and everything. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Ooh.
What the heck? There's something about trailers that sync it with the music. It's just so great.
Done.
July 26th, dude. It's next month.
I gotta play through 2 Wolfenstein games then.
That's crazy. You have to play through 3 Wolfenstein games.
The 3, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Switch and PC on July 26th.
Guy's got the
That's
Gucci
crazy
shoes
how
on. I
soon
see
it's
it.
coming out.
I know.
Crazy.
And if you can't wait, stop by our E3 booth to play this week. Thank you.
What you got else for us? You got 2 coming? What's up?
And now, I'd like to welcome to the stage my dear friends from Arcane Lyon, who worked with us on these 2 Wolfenstein games, Dinga and Sebastian.
We love you too.
That mustache.
What a man. I could do that.
Hi, I'm Dinga Bakaba, I'm game director at Arcane Lyon. Bonsoir, I'm Sébastien Mitton, art director in the same studio.
So, along with partnering with our good friends at Machine Games on Wolfenstein, we've been working on other
Wolfenstein. I love how he
projects at
says it.
Arcane Lyon. And tonight,
Them
we're
thick
excited
accents.
to announce our latest first-person action game.
First person.
It's something innovative, stylish, and different from anything we've done before.
Let me begin by saying bienvenue to the frozen island of Black Reef.
Black
This is a
Wraith?
place of mystery, where looks can kill. The game takes place during what we say in French is a période de folie, a time of madness.
And now that we've given you a small taste of the world, let us introduce you to our two deadly rivals, Colt and Juliana.
Ooh.
It's good.
This place isn't a paradise. It's a prison.
Oh, shh.
Out here, we're trapped.
We're free.
In this endless, eternal cycle.
Nowhere to run to, baby.
My life's purpose is on this island.
And I can't let this go on any longer. The more days I repeat,
The longer that I'm out here,
the more certain I am.
of what I have to do. The only way to protect the cycle
The only way to break this cycle
is to kill you.
Heavy Bioshock vibes right now.
Right.
Oh, jeez.
Dang.
Time is on my side.
Deathloop. Wow. Oh, they're the same people that did Dishonored.
Oh, it's got some
That's
crazy
the project.
twist then at the end.
Yeah.
I'm interested.
Yeah, that looks cool. It just depends what the gameplay is like.
And they said first person shooter.
Yeah. Like, are you gonna play the girl or the guy?
Or maybe it's both.
With meticulously
Yeah.
designed levels, and of course, Arcane signature gameplay that lets you approach every situation any way you like. Because in the endless clash between these two extraordinary assassins, how you play is up to you.
Mm,
Plus,
multiple endings.
I think it's really fucking cool. Excuse my French.
Yeah, maybe you should have said that in French, actually.
Maybe not.
But it's also pretty fucking true. Because we will take you on a trip unlike any other, and we really hope that you enjoy the ride.
Merci beaucoup.
Thank you very much.
They're French, man. That's why it was funny.
It's a wonderful way to get away from all the pressures in life.
I think the sense of community has really helped me as a person because I'm typically very isolated.
It's definitely very confidence building.
It's brought me out of my shell and stopped being an introvert.
I could like be a hero and do all these things.
All those eyes.
Really creative, really
Yeah.
fun, really talented people.
Meet people who are in my group that I've only known as a character.
Probably made more friends online than I have in real life.
The games that you bring out just helps people, honestly.
Why is she
parents
crying?
were
Jesus.
refugees from the Vietnam War, which is why I'm also fascinated by elements of war.
Playing these games just kind of put me out of the worry and the stress.
I was in a dark place for a while, and I told myself I wasn't going to be there anymore. And so now the only dark places that I'm allowed to go are in dungeons and ESO.
Just being someone
Wow.
who is LGBT, it's nice to be able to sit down and play these games and feel accepted
Oh
for
shit,
who
here
I
goes
am.
Twitch chat.
It's really nice to see that
I have
the
it closed.
storyline has some sort of
Good
emotional
call.
effect on me as a player.
And I just really admire the creativity that goes into the process of making these big worlds with these amazing stories.
Building these fantastic worlds and telling these stories comes from a passion to deliver the very best experiences for our players. Hi, I'm James Altman, Director of Publishing at Bethesda.
And I'm Robert Duffy, Chief Technology Officer at id Software. Tonight we have some exciting new technology to show you that can dramatically improve gaming for millions.
So for the past 2 decades, we've approached game development not by looking at what is possible today, but with a vision of what can be possible tomorrow. And at Bethesda, we're proud of our legacy of innovation, where again and again we've changed the industry.
What do we got?
We were the first to use physics-based engines for sports games. We were groundbreakers with Go Anywhere, Do Anything, open-world
Morrowind.
RPGs.
Mm-hmm.
We are the inventors of the first-person shooter,
Doom.
which is now the world's most popular form of gaming. We are pioneers in downloadable content and the first to bring mods to consoles. And actually, since we first brought mods to consoles in 2016, there have been 1 billion mod downloads for Fallout and Skyrim.
What?
What?
That's insane.
Dude. That's crazy.
We, of course, developed the first commercially viable VR technology revealed in our E3 booth in 2012. Yes, that is the original VR headset held together by tape and worn by our very own Tim Willits.
Yeah, Tim.
Go Tim.
And of course, we are well known as developers of best-in-class engine technology with our id Tech engine.
Mm.
Yeah, they're fucking
It's
amazing.
good.
Innovation and creativity is in our DNA, and all of these advances were done with one goal in mind: to improve player experiences. So tonight, we have exciting new technology to announce.
We're going to show you the result of years of research and development. Cutting-edge game engine-based technology we've developed specifically for game streaming.
Now, we'd like to introduce you to Orion.
Oh, okay.
I heard about this.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Orion is a tremendous breakthrough in streaming technology. It is our name for a group of patented technologies that optimize game engines for performance in a cloud environment. Orion can work with any game engine and will improve player experiences no matter which game you're playing or whether you're streaming on Stadia, on xCloud, or another streaming platform. So, how does Orion work?
The exciting game streaming services you've been hearing so much about have largely focused on hardware solutions to address the complex challenges of streaming.
Like over IP stuff, I'm assuming.
We used our expertise in developing game engine software and took a different approach. By incorporating Orion technology at the game engine level, we're able to stream game content up to 20% faster per frame, leading to a dramatic reduction in latency. In addition, an Orion-enabled game can stream with up to 40% lower bandwidth.
Whoa.
Wow.
And happily, for game developers, Orion technology is easy to integrate with your game build with our SDK.
But what does that mean for you? It means that streaming games will be faster and better with Orion. And Orion substantially reduces the cost of streaming for players and for publishers. So it won't matter if your friends and family are sucking up all the bandwidth, or if you live far away from the data center. With Orion, you'll still be able to stream your game at max settings.
That's cool.
What? How much we talking here, guy? All right,
Yeah,
my
no-
wallet's
no-
right over there.
Now, as with any new computer technology, one must ask the question, can it play Doom?
I hope so.
Good question. Can it stream an unrelenting, fluid, first-person shooter with native 4K resolution at 60 frames per second Let's see.
144.
Let's see it. Let's see it. Oh my gosh.
I'd like to introduce Shale Williams, tech specialist from id Software, who is showing you just that here live on stage.
So Shale is streaming an Orion-enabled Doom 2016 right now to that mobile device. As you can see, there is no reduction in visual fidelity. That's Doom at 60 frames per second without perceptible latency. And we want you all to experience this powerful streaming technology yourself as we test and refine it. So for a chance to
I'm
be
not
among
sure.
the first in the
I
world
thought they were talking
to
about
stream
some
Doom
sort of
2016
technology
for
that you put
free,
into your PC.
all
That's
you
what
need
I
to
was
do is join the
thinking.
Doom Slayers
Unless you can
Club
do it on
by
your phone as
registering
well.
at
Who knows?
slayersclub.com tonight. Because everybody could use a little more Doom in their lives.
Jesus, relax.
And we'll see you in hell.
You can stream your PC through your phone. Oh, okay. Makes sense. Oh, yes!
Damn.
Here we go!
What you interfere with now is bigger than you can imagine.
It's been a couple years, Ryan. I'm ready.
If you continue, you will bring down the heavens' wrath. It is written. It is their time to give penance. You are but one man.
Damn, that was sick.
Oh!
They are no longer
Doom Slayer.
to save.
That was sick.
Ooh. Oh. Man.
Okay.
Doom.
That's pretty sweet.
I can't wait. Pumped.
That was badass.
That was awesome. This is awesome. Thank you so, so much. I'm Marty Stratton, the executive producer of Doom Eternal.
And I'm
Thank you.
Hugo Martin, the game's creative director.
Why does he look so lifeless?
As you just saw,
Doesn't he?
we're
The
not
guy on
just
the
building
left?
a world for
I don't know.
Weird.
He's like,
in the entire universe.
he's an AI,
Why is
dude.
his arms like
It's on the
that?
brink of annihilation, being consumed by demons.
He needs
and
a
your
recharge.
crusade to save it will take you across dimensions to locations never seen before in Doom, from heaven and hell to the Sentinel homeworld and beyond.
Yeah. There is so much to see and discover, but Doom is first and foremost about gameplay. And Doom Eternal promises to be the ultimate power fantasy. The fun comes from mastering the experience because you are the Doom Slayer, the strongest, fastest demon killer in existence, and nothing can stand in your way.
Absolutely. Of course, the challenge in Doom is all about handcrafted combat.
I hope they have
but
some
also
sick multiplayer
engaging
for it
level
too. I
design.
love
And
Doom
in Doom
multiplayer.
Eternal, the game
That'd be sweet.
always has something new to throw at you, even deep into the campaign. Let's take a look.
New? More? More! Holy parkour.
I think you're playing Mario.
That's what I'm saying. We are playing Mario.
Dang.
And I remember the last Doom campaign was actually long. Like, it took a while to finish.
That was brutal.
Oh my gosh.
You're always so good at that.
Thanks. You know, it's so important to us at id Software that every aspect of the gameplay has real meaning to you, the player. Every enemy is different, every weapon has a purpose, and every decision you make really counts. The only path to victory in Doom Eternal is to aggressively control the fight with amazing agility, powerful guns, and critical resources.
That's right, I'll tell you, we absolutely can't wait for you to play it. And some of you won't have to wait too long. If you are lucky enough to be in the room tonight,
yeah, dude.
You'll have a chance to play it immediately following the show. And for those not here, but at E3 this week, we'll have Doom Eternal playable in the Bethesda booth all week.
Yeah.
What about release date?
But enough talk.
If it's July again, we got some games coming out, dude.
And watch as this perfect killing machine goes to work.
More? More!
I'm charting a flight path to Mars. Calculating thrust vectors. Launching in 3, 2, 1. Approaching planetary entry phase. Prepare for turbulence.
Oh, they're showing actual live or gameplay on it? Oh, baby.
Yeah.
It's on console! Ooh.
That's a sick gun.
Ooh. I love arena shooters, chat, if you didn't know. Especially shotguns, dude. I want to see some of the beatdowns, dude. Yes!
There you go.
Oh. Oh! The music is what does it too, man.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait to play.
Playing right now is pretty garbage, I will say.
They're not the best. It sounds like a Minecraft dude. Ooh.
Right.
Ooh. Get yourself some armor.
The armor.
The armor! Get the mega, please.
Just leaving it.
He doesn't need it. He doesn't need it.
What the?
What was that?
He's got a shitload of armor.
Ooh! The breaking of the elbow, dude. What's that cherry thing up there? What was that floating in the air?
Right. Homie's got to pick up some of these items. I want to know. This is a nice snipe. Not bad. It's like a scorpion.
I know, with a giant brain on it.
Homie, the armor. It's right there.
Yes!
Thank you. He finally grabs it.
Oh!
Brutal.
Ooh. See, now this at like 120 FOV would you just flying. Oh.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
What is this thing? Oh, is this the thing where he grabs it out of his chest and just...
Yeah.
Oh.
You gotta show what happens, homie.
The metal music. Oh, they're showing a boss, dude.
Yeah.
The metal music. Did you see that grapple? What was that?
Yeah.
That was sick. Oh, what are they gonna show?
Incoming.
Let's see how ugly this looking dude is.
Aren't those the bad guys from like the original Doom?
Maybe.
They look like that, I'm pretty sure. Like the big bad guys.
No!
Thanks.
Hey, thanks, guys.
All right. That was classic. Yeah, that was awesome.
This guy's so fucking weird. He's an NPC.
We're so
100%.
excited because the gameplay that you just saw is just a piece of what you're going to play this week at E3. Yeah. But I bet a lot of you are wondering, when do we get to play Doom Eternal at our home?
July.
You don't have to wait too much longer. Not quite tomorrow.
But next week. Could you imagine?
But Doom Eternal will release on November 22nd.
Oh,
Not bad.
You know,
not bad.
I'll take
Honestly, it shouldn't come out in the springtime with all the other releases. I don't blame them.
We're very excited about that,
Or
and we've
in,
got something really special for Doom fans.
September.
An amazing collector's edition.
Oh, that helmet.
Ryan!
That looks sick.
Yeah.
What's it look like, dude?
Actual helmet.
Here.
Yeah, you could wear that thing.
Yes!
Oh, that guy's got it.
Oh, come on. How much is that collector's edition?
You guys already got it.
That's right.
Already a badass.
He's already got one on.
This guy's
All right,
an
well, we've got
NPC,
one more thing
100%.
we know
He's
that
already
you've
got
been
one
waiting to
on.
hear about.
Yeah, we see
Our
that.
totally new Doom multiplayer
Oh!
experience.
Yes!
We call it Battle Mode. We've been developing this in-house
God bless.
at id, and it's unlike anything you've played before.
Yeah.
It's only
We've been
$50
so
bucks.
pumped at id to share this with you.
For
This
now.
is pure Doom, but with your friends, where two player-controlled demons take on one fully loaded Slayer in a fight to the death. This is a first-person fighter, where it's demon strategy versus Slayer skill.
That's right. You
know,
can
we
play as
can't
the demon
wait
in
because
the
we know
other
you'll love
multiplayer.
the different play styles of the various demons, because each has unique movement, attacks,
Why wouldn't they do
and
player
abilities.
versus player like just
They can even
normal?
spawn AI demons to control the battlefield
Because
and
it's too
help
much
you
like
take
Quake?
down the Slayer.
Maybe.
It's strategic, competitive, and it's a ton of fun. And we can't wait to share more details with you this year at QuakeCon.
That's right, a lot more to share at QuakeCon. But before we go, we do want to take a first look at Doom Eternal's new multiplayer. On behalf of our amazing team at id in Dallas and Frankfurt, Germany, we want to thank you all so much for your support.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
That guy's an NPC 100%.
There's a glitch in the system.
Yep.
Oh, here we go. Man, they're showing off Doom.
Yeah, they are.
Fight.
Ooh.
That could be cool.
I really like the first one. It just kind of like, I wouldn't say died off, but
Slayer help.
this makes you want to download Doom and play right now. Oh.
Round 2.
The damage markers, dude.
Yep.
Demon summon.
Dang, the demons can summon all their demons. That's sick.
Oh, okay. Dude, this could be wild.
Yeah, it could.
Fight.
Did you hear that? Final round.
Yep. Fight.
That was sick.
Another round of applause, please, for Marty Hugo and all of our presenters tonight. And for everyone at our studios around the globe that have worked so hard on the great games you've seen tonight, we say thank you. 2019 marks 25
Don't
years
act
of
like
Doom.
this is
So,
going to be
to
the end of
celebrate,
it, buddy.
We'll be going all out with Doom at
Right.
QuakeCon this summer. We're adding a whole host of panels and activities dedicated to Doom, which we call DoomCon.
Whoa.
Yeah, see what we did there? We took out the Quake and put Doom.
Whoa.
We hope you can come hang out with us in Dallas.
Everyone's
for our
saying
inaugural event in
no
London.
Elder
If you can,
Scrolls
please
6
tune
in
in
the
online.
chat. Oh my
Until
god,
then,
these kids
go to
are so.
Bethesda.net for more
It'll
info on all
happen.
the
Not
games you
this
saw
year
tonight.
or next year,
If you're here
but
at E3 this week, we'll have hands-on with many of our games, so be sure to stop by our booth. In the
Skyrim for
meantime,
iOS.
Thanks for playing, thanks for watching, and thanks to all of you for being part of the Bethesda community. Have a great night.
I think that's it. Unless they say something right at the end.
They could.
At Bethesda, we're in the business of creating heroes. 超クールな敵もね。
But the true hero is you.
It's like we hand you this malleable clay and you do these extraordinary things that we never could have imagined.
We get to build these worlds and these communities, and you all come in and you play, and you bring these worlds that we create to life.
You help us build richer worlds.
みんなのおかげで助かってます。You add meaning to
I'm
everything
interested in
we
that
do.
one game.
We're glad you're here.
We're so glad you're here.
To the heroes.
Ghost game or whatever. What was it
I
called?
don't have a drink.
To you.
The sniping game.
Yeah, the one where they were going against each other or whatever.
Oh, the
Or no, yeah.
death, whatever.
Yeah, that game and the Ghost game, dude.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Ghostwire, that's what it's called. Both of those are pretty dope. The Elder Scrolls is just gonna be memes at this point.
Yep. Wow, they actually didn't debate us or anything. They just straight up aren't doing it. That's why.
Wow.
How could they do that? I'm
There it
checking
is.
JP right now.
Is JP live?
Yeah. Look at them right now, dude. Ammunition's on, and she's like, "What?"
Nothing though? Like not even like they showed they hinted at it. Nothing? Well. All right. So what do we think, Ryan? What are you excited for Bethesda?
I want to check out that game.
Ghostwire?
Ghostwire.
Yeah, that looks dope, dude.
That looks sweet.
Looks pretty legit. Yeah, I'm a Doom guy, obviously. I love arena shooters. That'll be fun. Multiplayer gonna be fun for that. Check out that Ghostwire game. They had a couple new titles, looked interesting. But yeah, I'm excited, man. They killed it. They announced all the Fallout 76 issues. They owned up to them. I think they were pretty honest with it. Gave away all the new stuff for free. So, and there's a free week this week to play and try it out. Maybe it's better. I don't know.
Yeah, they're trying to grasp onto it, but I don't know.
Who knows?
It's weird.
I think that's like pretty much all we wanted to do. I don't think there's anything else tonight really that I'm aware of.
Yeah, I think that's a nice place to end, honestly.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, no Elder Scrolls, but that Ghostwire game, I want that.
Yeah, that looks
sick.
legit.
Like,
that looks legit.
Out of all the games that was announced, that's the one for me.
For sure. Lots of questions about it. Who knows? They didn't have a release date on it. They just kind of adjust it.
Yeah.
So cool. All right, boys and girls, we did a long show today. Hopefully that made up for a couple people just not being able to be here today for personal reasons. Not the end of the world, but E3 is going to be going on this whole week, so it's going to be fun. Hopefully you guys get to check out some games with us and check out some new trailers and are excited for the end of the year, because it's going to be wild how many games are coming out towards the end of the year. I can't wait, dude.
The next podcast, we're probably going to have way more stuff to talk about too. There's still a lot more that has to be what is it? Another 2 days or 3 days?
Yeah, I mean, the heavy hitters there's some heavy hitters tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. Like some PC stuff tomorrow as well, I'm pretty sure. So, I mean, yeah, it's only a matter of time throughout the week. We'll have a lot of announcements and stuff like that. So, but yeah, guys, thanks for chilling. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the show. We appreciate everyone hanging out, and we'll catch you guys next week at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time for the next episode of the Borthers podcast. Appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for chilling. Thanks for hanging out, chatting. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you guys next week. Peace out.
Later, guys.